say...
Hello everybody, welcome to 13 Sentinels.
Welcome to finale
if everything goes
of
according
13
to plan,
Sentinels.
this will be the final episode of 13 Sentinels.
Final episode. Time is coming to an end. Now, when we prepped everything beforehand. Look at us, we're so cool.
Well, I mean, we did.
Yeah.
So we're going right into it.
Something's off. Ground vibrations detected. I'll send the drones to check it out.
Warning. Dimal signatures approaching.
Yeah, it's a gold.
How close? How close is it?
Initiating tactical.
What is that? I can't even see the top of it. It's gigantic. Guess this is another of their upgrades. Is it related to those four-legged ones? But it's massive.
300 meters in height.
Holy
the largest
shit!
Sentinels we've seen.
We've gotten too strong. They're trying to restore the balance.
Juro's right. This is the system's countermeasure against you, to level the playing field.
Wasn't this system supposed to give us an advantage? It's set to a level that makes sure they can compete with us, at least.
It
At
could
least
go either way.
it looks like
What actually happens is
you're
all
like,
up to
you are really strong, so we gotta
Guess they're throwing
be
all they
just as
can
strong.
at us.
All we have to do is take them down, right? I'm on it.
Hijiyama-kun, just remember, the mission is to protect the terminal.
The High Quad EX.
You have one mission and one mission only.
Destroy the High Quad EX.
Okay, so it's kind of far away. You should take a quick look at like the battlefield. Okay, okay. I'm honestly, actually, if you missile range could be pretty cool here, but maybe you should do it after getting rid of the armored guys.
What do you mean?
Because I think there's two armored.
Oh, the Aspos?
Yeah, there's two that I can see.
How about like that?
Yeah.
Well, it's not
That's
dead.
pretty
It's
good.
pretty close.
It is pretty good. Yeah, you're taking out. I mean, it's especially since you got to take out a chunk of them. Oh, he's like
Oh, it doesn't reach
just
that
shy.
one.
Oh, wait. The other guy. I think you could reach the other guy. I mean, if you want to attack this one too, that's fine. Yeah.
Why?
Well, you could with the super.
Oh,
large...
he's not dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Even with the rail gun, you could have hit him. But there you go. You got it. With this one. That's good. That's good. Very nice.
Let's do this.
Interceptors, get out there. Wow, you start
And-
with 4%.
Practice round.
And
That's
this,
bullshit.
this is, I don't know if they're called high quad or whatever it's called. Does it move towards the terminal?
It's gonna move and it shoots missiles too.
Okay, but it's not like a fast mover.
No. If it was a fast mover, we'd be fucking dead.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing with the other one, right? Where the other one was like a roll pretty fast. Oh, there are a lot of missiles going off. Oh my god.
Dimal signatures approaching. Enemy in range.
What's happening?
It's another EX. Yeah, Aspos EX.
You
That's what I
mother
thought.
truckers.
Universal control processing is at 95%. Keep the giant Dimos in check and protect the terminal.
Oh, they're
Dude, I fucking knew immediate. What the hell?
Okay.
I knew
What now?
immediately that some bullshit was about to happen.
Well, good job.
Alright, so the EX ones they're protected by ceramic armor, right? So it needs to be something really heavy.
I'm
That hits it.
assuming that, yeah, the ceramic armor. Yeah. I mean, I don't actually know whether or not. Because I knew the gladiators needed to do 300 plus, but is that because they were wearing ceramic
Here comes the
armor?
Correct, yes.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know those two, like the terminology that those two are the same thing.
Yeah, because it's the same upgrade that we have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, maybe you
Quad
need like
leg. Dude, 8 more interceptors, let's go!
Yeah, you have some people kind of coming in close, like these little fast guys. That's good.
This is all pretty freaky.
Look at all these motherfuckers just being stunned. You know what? Let's move you a little closer. We're gonna missile raid.
Back down.
Same thing for you.
Number 19.
Sentry gun again.
I'll try.
Alright. Rush attack. Wow, there's a lot of dudes around.
Yeah, and you're getting like... Oh, you specifically... Goto's being targeted by the high quad.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah. Be careful.
I mean, there's not really much else I can do.
Yeah, I don't know if you can, like, move behind the,
I mean, I can tackle to, like, get over here, but then, like, I have to get...
Is there a way to go, like, to the left and then go behind him? Yeah, like, right here, like, where you're standing.
I can do that.
Yeah, I
How's
feel
that?
like that's pretty good.
Well, actually, hold on.
I mean, if you go through...
There you go.
Yes!
Now I'm hitting...
Yes!
Alright.
Don't you just love, like, the 25 red... Oh my god, look how
Oh my god, all
many
of them...
missiles!
Because they're all twin tails, dude. What the hell?
You
He's got a rush attack, man. You gotta maneuver rush attack.
There's a line behind them, too, I think, if you want to do
Acting like an
that.
amateur.
You're a little too... I mean, it's fine if you that's where you're playing. You got him!
Holy fuck.
Hell yes! And look, you moved him into the
That
perfect
killed
spot.
him in one shot, so they must summon more EXs.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Okay, so now we need to actually start killing people with her, so that way she can get her EX gauge back.
Oh, if you move a little, well, I was gonna be like, you get the missile, but I guess it's less important for these guys.
Well, I'm gonna do a big pulse anyway. Where's the S post? There you are.
Right in front.
Pretty sure saved his fucking life by doing that freaking movement.
Good.
Alright, there's another one down.
If you're able to quickly do, like... Actually, no, you go ahead.
No, we
Why is
need
it
to
purple?
we need to get...
Why is it there's, like, a purple flashing?
It's for, so that's that stops missiles.
Oh, okay.
So, like, missile rain is still going to be very good for us, but
What is
what
this
the hell is that?
golden... I don't know.
Let's see. The practice round's over.
You're gonna have to, like, start... if you go back over there, you're gonna have to start leaping out. to kind of... Oh, the no. Is that a guy with the shield? Yeah, there's still, like, a small shield with man.
He's a little
Remember your
ass yeah.
training.
Here
we go.
I'm glad, because that missile rain will probably take care of, like, the missiles, too, right?
Where's the S post? Is it dead?
Maybe. Do not see it. It was, like, because it was straight to the right of
It was
you.
right here, right?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, maybe your EMP pulse took him out, killed him?
I don't think it does damage. There's gotta be another shoe that drops. 'Cause this is too many.
Zach, there are way too many. There are way too many circles here
Still
now.
not used to this thing.
We are overwhelmed.
That do it?
It's going pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. I still don't know what the
I don't
floating
like.
thing is freaking
I don't
me
like
out.
how the big. I don't know what that is, and I don't like it. I'm just gonna rush attack. I think. What direction are you facing?
He is...
Whatever. I just gotta punch you. I'm just gonna punch you.
I actually can't tell, yeah. I feel like he's facing up.
Not great.
I don't know who's
I don't know what that pulse
I-
is, and I don't like it.
Okay. What now?
Maybe it heals, guys. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
well, actually, maybe you're right. Because look, didn't she just kill all those fucking guys? Notice how Thugalicious is in the middle of a bunch of drones?
Yeah.
Huh. You know what? Let me double check to make sure that this actually doesn't work. Oh, that definitely works.
Wow, that was really good.
Alright, so just double demolish your We're just gonna grind it to pieces.
Oh, there's a lot of things. Oh my god, look at all the missiles. So this is the only thing that I'm like, oh, you've pushed like all of these guys into the back, and now
Don't worry about it.
There's a lot of stuff happening. Oh my god. I mean, that's a back attack on him.
Oh, it's the
Did that not? What?
I forgot about the thing in the sky.
Oh,
The
I'm
purple.
like, oh.
Take it. I won't back down. Leave it to me. Take that.
Nice. Goodbye. And you got rid of 2 more.
What are you doing out there?
Oh!
You're trying to get yourself
How
killed?
hurt is he? Oh, he's
down.
so
Really?
hurt. Oh, he's so hurt.
Here.
I was like, I can't even tell where he is.
Hijiyama-kun,
Oh,
that impacted
dear.
your driving system. Your
Something-
output's dropping fast.
I don't understand what happened. Was there a
I'll
drum
adjust
that I
the
didn't
settings to
see?
get your output
I don't know,
back
but
up.
maybe you should
But
EMP really
Practice
fast.
round's over. Let's see.
Okay, and now getting them out of there.
Now demolish your blade, which should actually kill it, I think.
Try again.
Confirmed termination of high quad EX Dymo signature.
Yeah, that was... Hell yeah.
There's no way we're done.
Aegis will activate for this terminal soon.
Inaba-san, what's happening?
Gotta stay
Is-
calm.
The processing is complete. It looks like it worked. The
They're like,
mainframe is
secret
responding.
11th battle.
Yes, I mean, they said that there's 1 terminal left.
Really? You mean we actually won?
I'm sorry, but it's not over yet.
Oh!
But this battle's done.
I didn't have to face the consequences of my foolishness.
That really was.
Hell yeah. See? You've gotta love the himbos.
Get away from her!
That was really good.
Please be an S+, come on. That was way too quick is the thing. I don't know if we got enough points.
Oh, 14%, and now... yeah, oh, that really sucks.
Yeah,
I
we
mean-
didn't kill that many guys.
But also, like, city damage got to 14. I don't even know how I got to 14%. But,
missiles, just tons of missiles everywhere.
yeah, so that sucked. But, hey, I will say that, I would say...
I have to get an S. What the fuck?
Oh, well, there's a...
Overall
that.
story progress 100%.
Oh, there's only one.
You want battle?
You want to go back here? Go back and get an
I
S.
can't believe I
I will
actually
say,
have to go.
I want to say though, like the what is it? How fast you like beat it? I would say that was incredible. Like the speed.
Well,
which you didn't.
I do appreciate that. Unfortunately,
I know it
the
didn't
game
count, which I was like, mother trucker. Zack cleared it in like 5 seconds. So, but yeah, you're right. I genuinely don't know how they got hurt. I guess.
Yeah.
Ground.
Okay, skip all of this. You already seen it.
See, look, it already starts off fucked up because of the enormous high quad.
We've got.
Juro,
Wasn't it set?
I'll wait, AGM.
He's up. He's up. Hunt.
Get things going.
Action. Sentry gun.
I would say if you're able to try to get the people in the back more quickly, too, that'll, you know, keep them from being pushed back when you EMP, you know?
What next?
And because that usually kind of lets them just get their missiles going.
Where was it? Was it over here or was it on this side?
I think you're right about, like, where they are. I think where that... I don't know, the S-boss, like, a little bit to the right of that. I think that's where they are.
I got a tackle move.
What now?
It was definitely close to these guys. I remember that.
This is all pretty freaky.
Try to keep my eye out on...
Railgun.
Nice, you got it.
Still not used to
Okay,
this thing.
the thing doesn't...
I know
that
the
out.
interceptors, but multi-lock missile first. Just because.
Maybe you can get rid of more of them a little more quickly.
Hey, it's gonna do another pulse! What does this pulse do? Oh, it is just a bunch of fucking drums. Ooh. My bad.
City's already
How
at
is
95%. How is it
Yes, I
being
said-
shot? From where?
You, Saba, do you listen to the words I say? It
I heard the
starts off
missiles.
Fucked up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the high quad.
No, yeah, when the high quad lands, the area that it lands in is already fucked up.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so, okay. Our base is 95. I'll try to...
Enemy down. They ought to be used to fight.
Well, you're about to explode.
No, I'll be fine.
Die already. Take it. You like that?
Nice, that's a good chunk of them, and those are the really tiny ones that got pushed back. I don't think those guys will send missiles. Yay! Look at you, you're right there. Nice.
Not throwing away my shot.
Nope.
Not gonna throw away my shot.
Main battery railgun. Main battery railgun.
You're a little too far for that one, but what about the left one? I think the left one maybe you can railgun if you want, but this works too. Yes.
You're right. You can do that.
Take that. Enemy down.
How do you do this?
Oh.
Oh, well, she's like,
This isn't
yeah,
so hard.
she's not in a.
She is on like the reverse side, which is not.
They're like any other bugs.
But that was a back attack he had. Had to move.
Class is infected.
I couldn't even see it. It was blinding.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Where is he?
Well, Hijiyama's like
He's right there. Okay, so he's up. So he's all set.
Don't screw with me. That ought to nice.
The practice round's over.
I think you.
Oh, I was on the opposite side of the river.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like.
How do
The city's at 94, 93, 92. Wow, that went down like very fast.
A lot of missiles, man. I can't. There's nothing I can really do about that.
Missiles.
You see, the twin tails are shooting short-range missiles. That
That's good. I feel like I cleared that up pretty good.
Can I not? Can I not move?
Is that? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, locked in place for some reason. Super no why. I can't even. Yeah, I can't even tackle.
Where are you?
Oh, look, my I just can't use my legs. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's not like you're hurt or anything. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something's keeping you in place.
Let's do this. Yeah. That all you got?
Ooh, things are coming in hot! A lot of stuff is coming in hot for her. Oh dear. For Goto.
Goto's not in this mission.
You're right, I keep on freaking mispronouncing, or not saying the right name. I was actually actively thinking about it. It's Ogata, yeah.
What's our plan?
Yeah, a lot of missiles on Ogata.
Now. Did I get it? Enemy signal terminated.
Alright, now we demolish her blade. Get rid of this ass post. There you go.
No point overthinking it.
There. Now I can move again. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what got
So
you.
this, whatever this big
Arc, except for
range.
whatever this Pac-Man's shaped
whatever this
circle
Pac-Man
is.
is, that must be the attack.
Yeah.
Alright, super long range missiles. Let's do you.
Okay.
It is a lot of
What now?
Alright, demolish your
smaller
blade.
dudes. I wonder if you can get behind it. Can't.
Love to.
The freaking lines are just. I'm pretty sure you can get behind it. Unless
No,
it's like
there's no comfortable way of doing it. I can get out of danger. That's all I need.
yeah.
Die already.
I need Thuggalicious to get her turn soon. Though.
What do I do?
What happened to you?
I've got it.
She's like, it's so scary everywhere. But for some reason, my energy's draining.
Am I tackling or?
Now you can get a back attack. Hell yes.
They're finished. How's that?
That's why you said
Where are you?
Thuggalicious. City's at 86.
That do it?
Fair was at 86 like a couple seconds ago, so it's doing pretty well actually.
As soon as I said 86, it changed to 85. So, but still, point relevant. Point relevant. Oh, so close.
You're like any
No, more just arrived. Yeah, these tiny little units. Just I think as soon as you get rid of most of them, they just replace each other.
This might be it actually.
Oh, you're so
Very
close.
close.
But you're about to get it in 5 seconds. Here you go. It is over. 83.
Oh, fuck you! Is there a little piece of shit damage that it did at the very end?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Alright, so that time, that's the same, that's essentially the same
I feel like you killed
performance.
more, though.
I killed more things, so there should be more of a combat, or more of a combo bonus, and then we should also get more points for less damage.
Man,
Still, the idea that the only mission I've had to repeat is the fucking final boss.
What we presume is final boss.
Look at
yeah.
piece of shit, all of that damage came from that last little bit.
Hope you're watching out there.
Well, I mean, technically, it just helped you level up a little more, right? As well. Hey, sentinel damage. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
There.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. Hell yes. Okay. Horde of many kaijus will appear. I'm
Yeah, no
wondering...
shit.
No, I know, but I'm wondering then maybe you don't want, like, a lot of heavy hitters. Maybe you want, like, more ranged.
Let's go.
No, 1,000,000,000% there's going to be, like, 6 EXs. We still haven't seen an EX Gladiator yet.
That is true. That is true.
So,
Yeah, so then as long as you
we
have, like,
absolutely need
countermeasures,
some
like you
heavy
just
hitters.
said. I mean, the team we had before seemed pretty good, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think this team is fucking sick.
I mean, that's who we, like, revved up thinking that, that the battle before is the final battle anyway, so...
Well, I knew we had 2 left, but yeah. Sentinel upgrade. Was anybody struggling in that last one? Not really. Well,
Not
actually, I
really,
guess
but you
the,
got heavy hits with our, like, heavy hitters. Heavy hits on them. You got... Jesus Christ.
She can never run out of energy now.
She better not.
Wow, no special requests, no special anything.
We're up against the wall here. Would really love a clue about what's gonna happen. How much do you know about universal control? Well, it manages the world, right? Keeps things running smooth, keeps us thinking we're from our own eras. So why would it let some crazy disaster like this go unchecked? What? You're saying it's not working? Universal control is still operating. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be getting headlines of this happening around the world.
So, the system doesn't think this is unusual?
Well, if it was baked into the code...
Because it's checking it against the
Right.
decode
Well, but once again, we know that it's because fucking, what's his face?
What does that mean?
fucking Wink.
Because it's checking it against the decode inside you.
It convinces the system that's a normal process. That's when the Deimos appear.
So the decode is like universal control.
No idea it's under attack.
You're fine. This is normal.
Well, the decode is literally telling Universal Control, hey, this is a video game.
Yeah.
The mainframe gets taken over before it can even register anything. It forces a manual system reset.
If it was aware of any of this, it'd never let this situation even happen.
It still hasn't picked up on the problem? This whole giant robot apocalypse thing is kind of hard to
But it's a
miss.
machine.
The Aegis severs the link. It can't detect any of this.
So isn't it
Cutting off its
best
connection
to...
its nerves, like a doctor's anesthetic before the knife.
Wouldn't it be better
It's
to...
numb to the intrusion. And that's
Yeah.
why we have to
I was
wake
about
it
to
up
say, shouldn't you
and
wake
show
it, like,
the threat.
show it that this is
We
actually a
have to
problem?
make the system understand. This is not normal. It's a state of emergency. So how do we do that? I can
We've just been
broadcast
circling
a
around this
terminal
map.
signal from the command center.
Ugh.
By routing the signal through here, I can reconnect the link severed by the Aegis. That should make Universal Control finally realize what's going on. So this was your big fallback plan? Yes. It's the only
So we
option
cut off
we have
everything
left.
just to have
And
this
that'll
one
fix all of this.
Aegis,
We won't have to
or
fight
this one
anymore.
terminal left, to
Not
then do
You've
all this
still
stuff.
got 5 minutes and 44 seconds until the mainframe is ready. If the final terminal is taken over before then, when the world gets reset, you'll all vanish along with it. This is the moment of truth. The final battle.
I definitely like being told that this is the final battle.
Please protect us all. Oh, you see the fucking defend the terminal until the mainframe. Oh, we have to defend it for fucking 5 minutes.
Is it for 5 minutes, or like, I guess it is just the time, not even... Oh, and that's why they're like, oh, giant hordes of enemies, because it's not about
It's just
who
gonna
you
be
kill, it's
endless
about,
destroying
you just have to wait. Yeah. Do you have anyone that has like a guardian?
Threat suppressed. Okay.
Let's get
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What do you mean that's unfortunate? I can't fucking.
No, I know.
everything.
I mean, I did not. I wasn't like. I wasn't thinking about whether or not anyone had a guardian, but then it popped in my mind. I'm like, a guardian would probably be useful in this, but I mean, I still agree with your sentiment on this is who we've upgraded. Probably a good idea to. Oh, lovely.
Hello, Golden Lotus. Welcome.
Hello, Golden.
These are all twin tails. I need to kill the twin tails.
They're all arranged in an order where if you were like below them, you could snipe them, but that's not happening.
You know, get
Ah! Yeah. Can't tell whether or not it's working. Okay. I feel like for down here, you could missile rain at the bottom, but that you're on Nogata, so that's not really applicable at the moment.
I don't disagree. However,
Nice! Oh, so many rockets. Oh dear.
it's gonna be fine.
Do you? No, I know you can EMP, but do you see the number of circles surrounding the terminal right now?
That all hit the terminal at the same fucking time. Yes, I do.
Golden Wise says I recommend trying to stay near the middle.
Why?
I don't know. It's a recommendation. You think I have the information? Maybe things move fast.
Oh my god, it's definitely summoning a bunch of dudes. No.
If you move a little back.
Okay. This is going to get quite crazy so quickly.
Where are they?
All missiles are now gone.
My shot.
Fucking missile rain!
Oh my god! Oh!
Go, 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 go! We don't have time!
Oh
Multi-lock missiles!
my god.
Holy shit, dude!
For 5 minutes?
Are you shitting me? Really? How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
No point overthinking it.
I mean, do you want to take out the guy that's right
Sorry,
up
the air pressure keeps changing in my apartment, so my door is rattling as I'm yelling like a lunatic. I'm just gonna demolish your blade, your ass. Just die. There you go.
Take out that
14k
guy.
damage. Eat that.
Unbelievable. I'm acting like an amateur.
You always are. Get over here. We got a big
The
man.
last adjustments are going smoothly.
Hell yeah.
How much longer?
There's neat.
So many guys.
Oh dear.
So hard.
Missile rain, go! Wait, what happened to the last missile rain? Did it work?
I mean, it hit people, but like, they're like a lot of people are being shielded. I think so. It's we're having a tough time right now.
I can't really do much about that.
I know. We may need to EMP again soon.
A billion missiles pointed directly at my guy.
My boy.
My boy, my son. I have 3 uses left. Sure, go EMP. Why not?
Enemy on the move.
Oh, lovely. Look at all those guys.
It's a rain! Oh my god, they're so close.
I think the EMP.
So practice round's over.
It's
You
a
may just have to like
comedy.
tackle your way through the horde.
Yeah, I'm about to say, literally just like linebackers charging my way through battle. I can't do anything else because there's too many guys.
Man, who knew?
Zaba, I guess you were kind of right. I guess I should have just brought more AoE people.
Well, yeah, I guess there you go.
I absolutely thought it was going to be. So can I tell you what I thought it was going to be? I thought it was going to be, hey, beat one of every enemy as an EX, but it like summons in at like intervals. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I don't know,
thought
Zack.
that's
Does
what it
that
was gonna be. I thought it
sound
was gonna be
like?
boss-
Does that sound like like releases tons of hordes of enemies? Those guys? Were you imagining like it'd be
I thought
like?
it was gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be like, all right, here's the EXG molar with like 40 EXG molars.
Okay,
Here's the
okay.
EX twin tail with 40 EX twin tails. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was gonna be that, not literally just random bullshit go. Go again! We need more sentries! More sentries! Missile rain! Missile rain, we need you! I can't tell which are my circles and which are theirs.
Oh my god! There it is! Jesus Christ!
Land, bitch! Oh my god, you see all the missiles that I just... The game is starting to lag. What the hell? Oh, you're a high quad that's summoning a bunch of dudes, okay. Well, get over there, I guess. I don't know. We're dancing now.
Okay, what's the plan?
Well, at least we could say we technically already had to redo a thing, so we could we can redo this, I guess, if we wanted to.
But I don't even know what I don't even know what strategy I would do differently.
Not throwing away my shot.
Missile rain again, I guess. It's like, what else am I supposed to fucking
Processing is halfway done.
do? What?
We've all come so far.
Halfway
I know
done.
you can do this.
What the fuck do you mean halfway done?
Now this is, we're having a rough time here, yeah.
It's just so many dudes.
Try not to end up in like a...
I don't have options. I have to just, straight up, I literally just have to be tackling through as many people every turn as I possibly can with these guys. Man, as soon as I run out of EP for these two to do missile rain, we're fucking gonna die.
Because there's so many things, it's like
Hurry up!
you don't really know who to, like, go after, you know? God, they're close.
Sentry gun again. I can't believe our systems are still at 100% though. That is very funny.
Hey, I think that's an accomplishment.
Oh my god! Look at all of the people.
Remember your training.
Missile ring, go! Oh my god, the map, dude! Look at the mini-map!
I cannot tell what's happening.
I can't fucking see anything. Oh no, the city's at 80%? Oh, how could I have possibly done anything different?
Could I have possibly predicted?
Where the hell did you get all of this EP from?
Maybe she killed a bunch of people in the last one.
I mean, she must have killed a bunch of people. She's shooting missile rain every 2 seconds.
See? Who knew? I don't know if it was you, Golden Wise, who was like, missile rain's funny, but not that useful. Hell, no, it is saving grace right now.
Is single-handedly keeping us afloat right now.
Okay, let's do this.
Multi-lock! Go!
You can't tell how many, like, it doesn't feel like...
I'll try.
Oh my god, we're out of that, right?
Doesn't feel like what?
Like, no, it's hard to tell whether or not we're actually doing, like killing people, you know?
Well, because everybody's fucking flying now. Distance launchers. What is a distance launcher? Oh, it has a minimum distance. Got it. So, like, this would be fine. So many things.
That was really nice. Hell yeah.
I'm acting like an amateur. What next?
There's
You're
like
acting
some
like an
that are
amateur.
getting kind of close. It's off the ones that are kind of close are armored or not, and they're flying, so it's like you.
I'm gonna have to EMP, but like, what else?
Yeah,
can I do?
those guys like right below you. Yeah, that sucks. Those guys are all armored. Oh, gotchas.
Life support final processing at 75%.
Fucking really?
In the final stretch.
See, look, it's doing 0 because of the armor. God dang it.
Damn it.
Missile rain.
Fucking. Try it again. Hey. we now have 16 interceptors out. I'm shooting missile rain all over these motherfuckers.
That's good. You got a little bit of a parameter.
Parameter?
Perimeter? Parameter? I don't know. We all know what I'm trying to say.
I wanted it. High five. That's okay. I still got it. You hear the music?
Yeah.
That's how you know that this battle's intense. When they start doing vocals. By the way, the minute that this... because I was just doing, what you call it over and over.
If you're able to kill, remember, if you can kill, that'll help her get stuff back.
True. I don't know if she has...
I think the guy you were... Keep rotating. Rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating, keep rotating. Keep rotating! Like, that guy's almost dead.
What? Oh, okay, I mean, sure. Oh, that's a gladiator.
Well, that's definitely useful to know, actually.
I want to shoot a bunch of missiles.
I'm used to fights by now.
Let's go this way. Well, I guess now you can, if you see any gladiator, they're all blue. It's hard to see anything.
Everything's blue.
All the mechs are blue.
All the mechs are blue.
And the sky's definitely gray.
Oh
dear. I mean, if you're able to get any, like, as many missiles in the air as possible, that's also pretty good.
But I can't, like, can I zoom?
I don't think
No.
so.
Oh,
I mean, you can zoom in.
Out anymore.
I think you had a lot of... I mean, that's also a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of everything that is true.
This is not me yelling at you. This is me just stating the statement of there is a lot of everything everywhere. All right. Did you just say I beat a kaiju?
Beat a kaiju! I think she's beat a ton of kaijus at this point.
I'm about to say, I like how the voice lines don't update with the fact that she is a god killer. Missile rain can take out other missiles, by the way. So like
No, I've been seeing it. That's been pretty good.
It's extremely important. All right, so I don't know. Like I'm running out of little dudes, so I'm just gonna start spreading high. Okay, then we're dead. What do you guys do? You guys are both flyers? Not you though.
Not that one guy. There is,
Still not used to this thing.
do not click repair. That gladiator is really close. I mean, once you get
do anything about that.
once you get
gladiator,
Fuyusaka, you can does her what is it? Railgun hurt the gladiator?
Fuyusaka does not have a railgun.
No, sorry, you're on Tomi right now.
Correct.
Yeah, does her railgun do damage to gladiator?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice. Well, I was about to say for Fuyusaka, you can put down a healing thing.
Good idea. Very, very good idea. Alright, is there anything I can hit?
I would get him towards the gladiator, maybe.
I'm about to say, I think you might be right.
You can just straight line it, though. You don't need to go
You can use
around.
EMP weapons to stall them. I mean, that is true, but, like, the only person who I have that has any EMP weapons is
My God,
Tony.
you're so close!
Hold on.
Yes!
I'm good. Not gonna save her life, but it's gonna be pretty nice.
The practice round's over.
Practice round's over.
These are all flying dudes, which that's unfortunate. And if I remember correctly, leap attack doesn't do anything, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, let's do this. No fight I can't win.
Go!
That do it?
There's that's a second gladiator right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay.
Oh.
Universal control suspended. Interloster. Link disconnected.
But now she has to... Oh my god. Our own vision. Oh my god.
What happened? I don't see anything. Where is everyone?
Right here.
I can't tell what's going on outside. How about you?
Same here. My Sentinel's not responding.
I can't even get out of mine.
So now they're in
Still
the
stuck
pods.
in this damn cockpit. Relax, everyone.
Tsukasa Okino? You're alive?
And not just me.
They're in the same place.
Tamao-san's safe too. Even if
Tamao-san.
she's still out cold.
It's been
'Cause she
so
was the-
long.
So we
since
were right.
heard
So we
her.
were right. She was the 15.
I know you've all been assuming these are the Sentinel cockpits, but they're not. They've always been something else entirely.
Then, where are we?
If my communications are reaching you, that means you're now outside Universal Control.
You're saying we're out of that virtual city space? Does that mean this is the real world? Real world? What are you talking about? The 5 sectors you know? They're artificial worlds. We've been living in a virtual reality.
So what? Okay, so the whole game was the Matrix.
I don't understand, because like you can have like a physical planet and have more like augmented reality, right? So I guess it's not even that. It's all like all of it was virtual.
We're back in reality.
Wait, Yurokuni.
But
Are
like,
we supposed to be on a
okay,
different
we'll
planet now?
Yeah.
we have a lot to
That was
talk
like
about, so we'll do
the
this.
whole point of interstellar development, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Minami's right. This is a whole different planet. And I think we're in one of the 5 sectors. Almost, Amiguchi-kun. This isn't Earth.
Well, that's
But I
fine.
don't think it's a residential district at ground level.
Now we know.
I think it's a pod facility where we've all been sleeping. So, does that mean everything up until now was just one big illusion?
Even if that's true, what we lived was
Okay, I
real.
mean, I don't care what she's saying.
What
That's
we
fine,
felt
I guess.
was real. This was Fluffy's plan all along.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, Jiro Izumi's plan. The one he brought from the ruined world.
He was trying to get everyone out? I don't...
It was your only chance. No other escape plan had any possibility of survival. By reconnecting the terminal link, the mainframe detects abnormal conditions. It then initiates the emergency escape procedure. That's what he found out.
So that was 426's plan.
So, okay, we
But
were...
there was one more
There was a
issue
bit of
that prevented
right about
escape.
426 knew the way out.
Your bodies. You weren't ready to live outside of the pods.
What? Is that what this cockpit was for?
You couldn't survive outside that environment. Your bodies needed conditioning to sustain your lives unaided. It was a very long process. We had to give you all the preparation time you needed.
Why insert them into a virtual reality?
Are we done cooking in here? Can we get out yet?
Yes. The growth process has finally come to an end. So what happens to everyone else back in the city? I knew you would ask me about that. It's part of why I didn't explain
She's
the
like, they're not
details
real.
sooner, but they are not human. They only exist
Yeah.
within the simulation. All 1.2 million people. Everyone who lived in those sectors. They were all AI. Created and managed by Universal Control. That's not going to be easy to accept. If it's any comfort to you, the professor saved all their data.
I will say the only person that, like, we kind of have any connection to is, what is it? What's her
no
name?
more secrets. What was this whole
Hatsune Miku?
interstellar development
No.
project for? Was all this stuff with the kaiju part
Chubby
of the
girl.
plan? Testing us?
I
Oh,
can't remember her name.
It might have been because of the old me. The Ryoko Shinonome of 2188 tried to sabotage the plan. Maybe that's why the Daimos appeared.
God, Shinonome.
Stop it.
She was sick of humanity. Sick of the despair.
So I wanted to kill everyone.
I don't like pause for it. It wasn't she was sick of humanity. She was
I can't
pissed
pause,
off
by the
because
way.
she was pissed because Ida, because of Ida.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So what can we expect from this new planet? I think we're due some basic information if we're going to live here.
It is approximately 1,200 light years from Earth, in the direction of the Virgo constellation. The planet is RS-13 Alpha. It has 2 moons. The time elapsed since departing the solar system is...
Okay.
That's gonna be.
good
It's
for
gonna be.
now.
That would have been a crazy
Or this
big
crap in
amount
my
of
head's
info.
gonna explode.
If you say so.
We're all gonna like leave the pause and they're all just naked.
This will be your new Earth.
Where are they gonna find clothes?
The satellite's
Or
about to
anything,
enter
to be
the
honest.
atmosphere. In a couple moments, you'll lose your connection to the command ship. But before that, please allow me to offer a word of apology. I believed this plan would be impossible. After all, some of you had never even piloted a Sentinel before. I thought I would just throw everything into the plan. That way I could at least end this with no regrets. But, against all odds, you pulled it off. No matter how far technology may come, it's humanity who always seems to make miracles come true.
I like to take that phrase and be like, sure,
Mankind.
that's what I took away from
Once
this.
you're out of your pods, I can't talk to you anymore. But I'll always be watching over you from my place in the sky. Don't ever forget that.
If you're watching this footage, that means Project Ark was a success. You have left Earth behind. But you are now on a planet terraformed to be a second Earth. Probes were scattered into space in search of viable planets. I can't say how far your planet is from Earth, but even the closest candidate planet is 12 light years away.
Okay,
It
so
may
we
have been tens
went
of
way past
thousands
that.
of years. No. It's likely an even more astronomical amount of time has passed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, by the time you watch this, humanity will have gone extinct. In the end, we couldn't save Earth from ruin. But you are our reincarnations, our successors.
So
And
are
you
they
stand on
clone
an
bodies,
uncharted world
or-
full of new hope.
They are still clone bodies.
Having reached 18 years of age, you'll now undergo a 2-year program of special training. This will give you some vital knowledge for daily life and future development. Once you're finished with that program, you can finally take your first steps into your new
Was that
homeland.
the 2-year training program? Was the simulation?
No, I don't think so.
Hello, everyone. I am Tamao Kurabe. My specialty is AI, and that's what I'll be providing in this program. As I've been asked, I'll provide what explanation I can. We're transporting a massive cache of genetic information to the new world. There will be cloning and species restoration efforts for all kinds of flora and fauna.
Wow, that's a lot.
Including humans.
Yeah.
The 15 of you, however, will be direct descendants. Generated from those who survived this ordeal. Together, you will rebuild the human race
Can't
anew.
believe one of those people is an assassin.
While the flora and fauna can
That's still
only
so
be left to their
stupid.
own devices, we cannot say the same of you remaining humans. After all, what makes us human is the succession and evolution of our culture and knowledge. These you will inherit from us and cultivate. While you grow and gestate within your life pods, you will be dreaming and learning about
Got
life
it. Okay,
on
so
Earth.
actually that was the special
Until
training.
at last,
Okay, so okay, I was right.
20 years of
But
age.
once again, the special training thing got hijacked, and Universal Control
By
didn't know.
infinitely repeating Daimo's video game.
Yeah, but it didn't know something was wrong, so that's why it kept
Correct.
happening and happening until like it was deteriorating, like then and stuff like that.
Keep the history of humanity alive.
And I guess they needed to stay within the simulation
Those videos just now.
For some reason, because their bodies
So those
were...
were meant to play if everything went
Not
according
ready.
to plan.
Well, I know, but it's like, sure.
I guess the idea was for
I guess
us
they
to
needed
step outside at 20 years old. It's so dark.
Yo, we get to see this. This is cool.
The pod opened. Where is everyone?
Here.
Oh, God.
Stand up slowly.
Why does it have to be her?
Because she's Karame's love.
No,
You're the
shut
last one
up.
awake, Jiro.
Okay?
Everyone's already outside.
That didn't happen.
Come on.
Okay? It's parental love, okay? It's the only thing I'm willing to
What's
accept.
the matter?
Definitely not
You
true.
look so
They're definitely going
surprised.
to.
No, you need to shut up.
Just
Okay?
thinking. This must be the real you, Yakushiji.
Surprisingly, looks
Do I
exactly
seem
the
that
same.
different?
Now I can feel you next to me. I can feel your
Very
heartbeat.
Adam and Eve, obviously, but I do like how it's just like, alright, we're just gonna not give you any clothes.
Real skin.
I mean, I was right about that. They walked out. I was like, they're gonna be just naked coming
It's all
out.
over. What do we do now?
Let's go join the others. This plan was meant to save the human race. We already know what we're going to do now.
Oh, look how pretty.
Oh, okay, so it's actually already been wildly
terraformed. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Well, I think also they were like,
So the
oh,
play's probably been ready for a long time.
maybe. I don't know how much, like, the process of, like, the humans
going
getting
to
ready
live.
versus the terraforming. The difference. Okay. I'm just
Okay.
so what I was saying.
We have to do all of the
No,
reading
I know,
too,
I know,
by the way,
I know.
but-
So what I was saying the last minute was like I don't understand why they needed to be in the simulation, like in tandem with like their bodies could be ready, but why not just like take them out of the simulation and have them like sleep or something until their bodies were developed?
Well, because so the idea was that they gain consciousness. There's a little epilogue in a bit too. Okay, so we'll pay attention for that. But so my understanding is that the gestation is until their bodies are 18 years old, right? But then that's when they gain consciousness for the first time. However, they're then immediately put into a simulation, which allows them to simulate the 18 years of like normal society. So that way they can like integrate knowledge and culture and stuff like that along the way. So that way they're not just like test tube babies, like homeschooled test tube babies.
Yeah.
Casting assistants, AI addiction.
Okay, what's happening now?
Reboot complete. Universal control appears to be operating normally.
Things seem fine here as well. The terminal connected without any issues.
Sector 4 has come back online.
I knew you could do
So
it.
is this in the simulation now?
This must, well, it must be.
I'm glad I gave you full control.
Tommy, I have to know. I assumed you'd hate me after everything. That you'd think me a monster.
I was alone after I shifted to the command ship. But in
I
my
went as
darkest
crazy
hour,
as you.
do you know whose ID I relied on?
Shu Amiguchi's.
Because no matter what form he takes, there's one man I've always counted on. It's you, Ida-kun. It's always been you. Don't you know that by now?
All I ever wanted was to be with you.
So he went.
If it's possible,
Maybe.
I'd like to join you. Wherever you are.
You'd come here? That would be great. But maybe it should wait until after all the sectors are back.
Is that all? I'll have it done in a heartbeat. You doubt me?
No. No doubts at all, Ida-kun. The man I fell in love with can do anything. The command
Blush.
ship is about to cross the horizon.
Because this was the original Tomy that was brought back. That's into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
correct.
for another 14 hours.
Yes. But until we're cut off, could I hear you sing again?
Okay.
So the simulation's still just kind of going, even though the
Yes.
people aren't in
Well,
there anymore.
It reset.
Look at that. Never thought I'd be back here. You really never cease to amaze me. So, how's life on the outside?
Oh, they're just
been
able to
5
come
years
back
since we
in.
exited the simulation.
Oh, okay.
We now have
It's been
2
5
bases
years.
established above ground. Somehow, we've achieved some measure of stability.
The facilities are now operational. We're learning all kinds of new
There's
technology.
15 of you!
Ryoko and I have a new project. We're looking into using the pods to recreate the people of this city.
Okay.
We found research notes from Ryoko Shinonome, the genetic engineer. Now we know enough
Okay.
to manipulate genetic information. It's definitely possible. Don't you agree? Sounds familiar.
Why is she blushing?
From before the plan, right? I suppose she was working on something like that. So you want to use the pods to make AI into true humans? I don't know when we'll
Fucked
be
up in
ready.
its own way, but okay.
But even if it takes years, we want them to see the second Earth. We'd welcome them.
I mean, I guess it's very nice of you to think about it
Sounds
like
you're
that.
doing just fine. I guess I won't need to step in and lead you after all. I've heard a lot about you, Professor. Could we ask you to review our research? Well, I suppose you did win the bet. Fine. I can manage a peer review.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
Is he back here too?
Yes. Miura is also here.
Oh, she's
Then
the
I'm
brother.
going to have to visit him. We're family, after all.
Please, wait. Allow us to accompany you. Let's go, Ryoko.
Yeah.
You're weird seeing this now. Oh, it was her!
Miwako, that's what it was.
Iori-chan? Miwako?
But so they don't know though. They, like the world is still running on like Universal's controls. Like you're all having a normal day. You don't know it. Like the AI doesn't know anything's happening. Yeah.
She was a crying mess too. I'm just really glad to see you, Miwako. What do you mean? I really, really missed you. You're acting so strange, Usami-chan. Hey, Miwa-chan. Let's go out to eat. Any of your favorite places. Yeah, our treat. What? What's going on? Oh, Nenji-kun.
Hey, Miwako. Long time no see. Whoa. Usami,
What?
this is how you used to look?
Why?
Oh, it's because they
Falling for me all over
changed. Oh, and I was wondering why they
forgot
didn't
she
look
used to be
different, but
so-
obviously I think it would make sense
I
to go
heard
back
how you
in
used
here.
to be so flat.
Man, am I lucky you filled out.
You're
What
such
the
an
fuck?
ass. You know,
Oh, because
I
it's
didn't
been
forget you
5
calling me
years.
Yeah,
Remember?
no, I know, and
So
I was,
it's the next.
Captain Pompadour.
and I was wondering why they don't look different because it's like 5 years later. But I'm like, I think it's because Universal controls like this is what you looked like in our simulations.
This is
So you have
what
to
you
do
would have
it.
looked like in this
Yeah.
time.
Whoa,
Interesting.
whoa, whoa.
Forgot you
They've
were-
got kids? What?
Step over here,
I feel like I missed something right there.
What was that about? Nothing. Usami-chan, come on. Sorry. Where did A go? You know, he's never been great with this stuff. Antisocial as always, huh? He said he was
He's
gonna
an
hang back
assassin.
and monitor everyone's pods. Oh well. Are you two saying you both have boyfriends now? What? No, of course not. Don't worry about all that, okay? Today's just for us girls. What do you feel like eating?
Well, there you go. All's well that ends well.
I was like, why is Ogata in here? He's just like, I want to see Tomi.
Duh, man.
Oh my god.
I was inside your nano machines. Of course I'd be here. That's how I came out of the pod with you, too.
We'd
What?
never have come so far without you,
That's
Izumi-san.
crazy.
After all you did to get the new facilities up and running.
Hey, come on, man. Remember, I'm Kyuta Shiba here.
Got it. Shiba-kun.
Yeah, but no one could have seen you before. So do you exist now?
Everything's back how it used to be.
Still, there are definitely gonna be some inconsistencies. We basically forced a reset to right before the disaster.
You worry too much, Juro. Inconsistencies aren't a big deal. Universal Control can handle that stuff.
I guess so.
My data's all in this place now anyway. So you're gonna be on your own from now on.
I know.
Oh yeah, almost forgot. The one I got today is gonna blow your mind. What do you say? Movie night?
Of course.
Oh no. Please.
Megumi.
Wow. I guess I didn't realize how rugged you'd become in these last 5 years.
I'm not sure. She's seen him in like multiple stages, right? She's seen.
You're as gorgeous as
Well,
you
she's
always
seen
were.
Izumi.
Oh, freaking gross.
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you two came back here? To slobber all over each other? Barf. Cooing over each other like brain-dead lovebirds.
Izumi-san,
Ugh, this is so boring.
please. Do you really have to act like that now?
Ah, fine. Guess I'm just a third wheel here anyway.
Shiba-kun, you should come over to our house later.
I'll have a feast ready.
You know I love that
A
cat
digital
food.
feast. That doesn't matter.
You'd better show up tonight.
Ugh. What makes me feel bad is I don't like it. Like, and I think that's the only thing that's like really bothering me. It's like I want to like it, but no, I can't do that. Yay, Mira!
Kitaro. Hey, Nenji. I certainly remember that hairstyle. Best one there is. You waiting for Natsuno? Yes, we're supposed to meet up here. Yeah, I can see it. Gonna be wrapped around her little finger for life.
Oh my god.
Ogata!
Do you think he'll like hug and be like, oh my god, I actually missed you?
Put him up, asshole. We're gonna settle this beef once and for all.
Wait a minute. Really? You've been waiting all this time? For me?
Yeah.
God damn it. This is the most beautiful shit I ever heard.
What the hell's your problem?
Why is Ogata the
Majima,
best
dude.
character?
God, it's good to see you too, man.
I'm gonna punch
See?
your
Look
lights
at it.
out.
This is the best part.
Do it! Give me your best shot! Anything you want, man.
Hey, boss. I think he's crying. Ogata. You okay, man? You didn't eat something bad, did you?
Sorry to keep you, Keitaro-kun.
Natsuno-san,
I just had to stop by the lockers.
your eyes are red. Were you crying?
Well, yeah, 'cause I finally got to see him again.
Oh my god, BJ's alive!
He was restored? With everything he had before the erasure?
It's BJ, all right. And he's got all his data. The same data that we're still using today. He's always been saving us.
We've only been able to return here thanks to you. We owe you so much.
I love you are the incredible ones.
Mira, how would you like to enter my nanomachines and go to the outside world?
You take me?
Yeah, BJ. I've got room for you in my nanomachines too.
Maybe. Let me think about it.
Well, for now, should we get going?
So, where are you taking me today?
I'm taking you home. It's about time you met my parents. They've got to meet my future husband.
What? Right now?
Not-chan!
Oh, this is super cute.
Yuki-chan, did you just get here?
Konatsu was so fussy today. Took forever to get into the pod.
'Cause Konatsu loves Mommy so much.
She looks just like you, you know? Spitting image of you when we were kids. When I look at her, sometimes I feel like
yeah.
she's as much your kid as mine.
Well, I don't know if I had any hand in it.
Anyway, I heard the news. Finally getting hitched, huh? Gotta say, Keitaro needs to unclench a little.
I'm just trying to take this seriously. This is a chance to take responsibility.
Oh, he's so cute.
You definitely take it more seriously than somebody I know. Okay, so when's
Probably
the big
speaking
day?
about
Well, for
Amaguchi.
today,
Yeah, because that makes
I'm
sense.
just taking him to see my folks.
Wow, meeting the in-laws. Man, now
technically
that takes me back. I wonder how your mom's doing.
weird.
Let's go see her.
What about
Heroes
Yuki?
met her.
What about that sleaze bag?
Yuki. Here you are.
Amiguchi-kun.
Oh, come on. We came out all this way and you're still mad? Nothing even happened.
Did you seriously hit on Shinonome-san?
After all this shit about always being on the ladies' side, too.
Did you hit on Shinonome?
No, it
out
was
of
just some
everyone?
leftover crap from Tetsuya Ida's memories.
I don't want to hear
Or
it.
maybe.
Konatsu's all I need.
Yeah, you're right. I've been a real idiot. Now I've got a wife and daughter I'd give anything to see happy. I'd never find anyone better than you anyway.
This is really sappy.
Not in this time. Or any other.
I think that's the point, though. Is that
I know, I
you
know.
Talk me. You don't get off that easy.
Oh.
You know, I've been wanting to show you my place here.
Well, too bad. I'm going to Nachon's place. Let's go.
Give me a call later. I'll come pick you up on the bike.
Go on, Yuki-chan. You should spend some time with him.
Fine. If you really think so, Nachon. I'll give him a call. Maybe.
I like the pose. Okay, who are we missing? Okay, we gotta go down the list.
Well, there's still a few left. But I'm trying to think of like who didn't end up dating anybody. I don't think there's anybody.
Years, but it's still the place we know.
Well,
Yes.
Goto. We already did
This
Goto and
certainly
Shinonome,
brings
so
back
like,
memories.
that's
Sector
done.
5 is
Oh
almost
yeah,
restored,
neither of
too.
them.
When it's ready.
Well, actually, are
we should
wait?
take
They're not
Keitaro
together,
back on
are
a
they?
visit home.
No,
so.
no,
Three of us.
because I think Goto
It makes me
still
think,
likes
if we
Moimura.
really
He's like,
came this far
obviously
in
she's not
just
around
40
Right.
in the same way.
Right.
Then we can
Well, wouldn't
rebuild
they? But
our
that,
future
but that's
out there,
Zack.
too.
No, I know, and they don't. Those two don't like
Hicks.
each other.
this
And then
is why you left
Shinonome,
me
I think, kind
behind?
of fell off after
Sneaking off for
Ida,
a
so I'm
date?
not sure.
You must think you're a real playboy now.
Finally here, Okino. As usual, you're...
Oh
Dressed up
my!
as a thing.
How adorable! You're back in the Kiriko-chan dress.
What's the matter, Hijiyama-kun?
A dress isn't enough to get a rise out of me anymore. It's been 5 whole years, you know? I've come a long way.
You still don't get it? Come on, think about it. This is a virtual world. It's not just the clothes. I can be whatever I want here.
What? Wait, you...
Oh my god.
You don't mean...
Hey, check if you want.
These two are weird.
You can't just tell me to...
What? Now, of all times, you lose that confidence?
You absolute cad! You know that's not the issue here. Ugh. What am I supposed to do?
My, Takatoshi-san. You really do like Okino-kun, don't you?
I don't know about that.
Well, this is a Takatoshi-san
What
I'm not
the
used
fuck?
to.
I don't know.
Might this be?
2 Tamao-san?
Is this 426?
Yeah. This is number 18.
So, she's the Tamao-san from the loop before us.
Her mind is housed inside this android. It's not like she's a stranger, so I brought her back too.
What a... That's weird.
How do you do? So you're the other me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, anyhow, no point just standing around here. Let's go outside. You
They're the first
seriously
two that,
brought
like,
her
we've
here?
seen,
This gross, shady old
two
shack?
of the same person
I knew
together
you
at the
were
same
a lost
time.
cause when it comes to dates, but this is just sad. Or were you gonna jump her?
You really are positively shameless, aren't you?
Ah, well, I suppose I'd better step in. Here, if you want to know where couples go, I'll show you around. Number 18, Tamao-san's all yours.
We'll be just fine.
Wait a minute, what's all this about couples?
Come on, let's go.
Why should I listen to you?
Stop being such a
What's it
baby
the
already.
fucking... Why should I
I
listen to
still
you?
don't quite understand. I don't know what it was like for all of you. Or maybe I just want to know what really came of all our efforts.
But this is the
Then
Tamao-san
let's
from
talk.
outside. Oh, okay.
It'd be
I feel like
my
this makes a little
pleasure
more
to
sense now to me.
explain. It took an incredible amount of time, but
What they achieved truly was a miracle.
Yet most people, who are we missing now? Okay.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh!
What's up, Ms. Morimura?
So, what is this about? I hope you have an explanation.
Oh, these two were into each other. Him being like, okay, this makes more sense.
It's about a promise.
Say.
I told you I'd rescue you. You still remember?
Yes. I remember.
I know it took a while, but I was hoping we could have a fresh start.
A fresh start?
Yeah. Didn't we make another promise? We said once the dust finally cleared, we'd talk, right?
I remember that too.
There was one more thing. You probably don't remember this one, so I'll just say it again. I love you.
That I don't remember.
Well, he did just say it.
But I remember being in love with you. I'd never forget that.
I mean, I don't understand the reason why they transform back into their teenage selves, but sure.
The end. Wow.
It was 99% good. The 1% we all know about, but I can't do anything about that.
Nope.
Ending entry.
Has been
Additional
added to the event
characters.
archives. Additional characters can now be viewed in the event archives. You can now restart each
Ooh.
protagonist story from the beginning at the protagonist selection screen. The 4th area of destruction has been unlocked. Save your current progress. Yes.
100%, 96! We're not done
Fucking
yet,
96.
Zach! I think that's probably just
What the
like
fuck is
mystery points.
96?
It's probably just the mystery points and like unlocking, making sure every.
No, that'd be red. Oh no, sorry, it's
No, it
analysis.
is- yeah,
Sorry, remembrance's story.
Wow, who is? Oh yeah, we never mind. Let's do it correctly. Android. $120 years, impressive.
Oh my god.
Mother trucker magical gun.
Alright, we will get to all these in a bit. Oh shit.
98? Probably like 2 left or something.
We're getting there, we're getting there.
Oh, there's one.
Now you unlock the endless mode of destruction. Awesome. Goto's notebook. The rental agreement.
Yeah.
The truth. 0 MP. Holy
That's
shit.
really pretty.
Okay, well.
Aw.
Alright, I'm gonna read this. The place they reside in is now planet RS-13 Alpha, 1,200 light years from Earth, following the Virgo constellation. It has been 20 million years since the probes departed Earth. So we were correct when we were like, I think it's actually been like fucking hundreds of thousands of years.
It's been a long time.
When the terraforming of the new planet was finished, the cloning process from the DNA of the 15 began in the
there you go.
facility area.
So like they
ci-
did the terraforming first.
The city that the 15 believed to be reality was simulated environment in digital space, while in reality their true bodies were gestating in growth pods. The nanomachines in their brains made their experiences feel real. These are the experiences of 15 children who ventured forth into the undiscovered land 20 million years after humanity initiated Project Ark on the brink of extinction. After millennia of wandering through space, they finally found a new home.
Okay.
Okay. So, I want you to, So obviously, the original intention was to sit here and kind of read through all these things. But can I be real with you? And maybe like because we still have to do like our full like digestion of 13 Sentinels, right?
Yeah.
I know that the stuff in the simulation mattered in the sense that like the stuff that they did in the simulation allowed them to leave the simulation finally. However, it is kind of like, I don't know, it is kind of fucked up to me that like in actuality the only stuff that actually quote unquote mattered was the stuff, the 2188 stuff, right? And then them leaving the pods, because everything else in between was just simulated, right? Like there is like if you have a simulate, like okay, so here's another one. If it's all a simulation anyway, right? Why were the sectors limited to 30 kilometers?
I don't understand the time. Yeah, that's a little weird, because I was thinking to myself that, oh, well, the reason why they couldn't get out was because I think
they were trapped in the video game.
No, I know that, but it's like Universal Control, I think, has a set amount of time before obviously they're supposed to leave, but because of the Dynamos happening, it like resets that. So that's why they never managed to.
It never gets to phase 3, where phase 3 is where it releases them.
Yeah. So it never manages to actually finish because it keeps on resetting itself. But you're right. Technically speaking, why not just have Earth? I guess maybe they were saying there wasn't enough like cache or like whatever storage
like
available.
Processing power.
Yeah,
but like
maybe.
But I guess that's my point, where it's like, remember when Amaguchi gets to the end of the thing and it just turns into like an infinite like replicating thing of just like scaffolding or whatever?
Yeah.
You could very easily just have the map loop and then just like make it so that way it's like, oh.
Maybe that was an aesthetic
whatever.
choice that they were just like, oh look, cool text.
Well, I mean,
stuff.
I think it's a red herring. I think the game designers purposely put that in there to make you think that it was like a space station or something, when in actuality it's all just a simulation to begin with.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like I don't know. I find that to be misleading in a way that doesn't feel super satisfying. But at the same time, it's just like, it's weird because like the game clearly wants to lead you down the line of it's time travel, right? But oh, it's actually not time travel.
We're in like a giant like space
it's a giant,
factory,
a giant, like space station or a giant whatever that's like being manipulated. But then actually it's not either of those things. You're in Matrix pods, which once again I want to point out, if you go all the way back to episode 1 when we first started this game, like fucking 3 months ago or 4 months ago or whatever, one of the first movies, because remember you have to start with Juro, right?
Yeah.
One of the
Matrix
first movies that's mentioned in Juro's prologue is The Matrix.
Which, okay, I guess, yeah, foreshadowing. They were like, look
right?
at us,
so
we
like,
put
okay,
it right
so
in the beginning.
Just The Matrix.
Yeah. I guess it's a little
I don't know.
different though. I mean, it's not your point still stands, but because I don't remember the rules of the Matrix, but did the Matrix like loop?
Not really. Like the idea was that if the simulation in the Matrix ever needed to do any like grand changes, it would just do them, and everybody in the Matrix would just accept it as reality. Like you wouldn't even notice that something different had happened.
Yeah, so it's essentially, yeah, if you boil it down to it, the basic.
There's definitely
the
not
same.
like the whole looping aspect.
Yeah,
It's not a big part of the Matrix. The part of the Matrix is the idea of like the real world versus the simulated world or whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Do you not feel the same? I guess in terms of like, I feel like a large majority of like, sure, the character interactions were real because they were real people interacting with hyper advanced AI. So it might as well have just been reality. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like nothing really mattered. And that sucks, I guess.
I mean, I'm probably not as, I think, negatively affected as you. I think the stuff they did towards the end, I'm like, okay, it feels like you're remedying, like you're making up a little bit for what's happening. it is just, there's a lot riding, and this may be what's affecting, there's a lot riding on this whole simulation fact, right? The whole thing of, like, we're just gonna die, this, like, Daimos code infected, you know, the whole simulation, it keeps on repeating. Like, the amount of importance on the simulation is really massive. Where in reality, I guess one of my things, like, maybe this could apply to what you were saying, where it was, I don't understand, why not just, like, if they've been in this and who knows, maybe Universal Control was fooled, and it never thought, like, they spent, like, any time, like, as soon as it reset, it's
I think that is the thing. It never reaches phase 3. It loses the game and then just resets phase 2.
I'm like, that's kind of just sucky. Guess.
Yes.
But I don't know. I guess I'm a little over it in the aspect. I'm like, fine, okay, I guess.
No, but I mean, like, I guess that's kind of my point, where it's just like, I don't know. There was all this stuff where it's like, the project was never realistically meant to loop that many times. We understand that. Like, hypothetically, the project was supposed to loop no times.
Yeah,
right?
you were just supposed to go through the sectors or something, and yeah.
So, I guess, like, who was the bad guys in this again? Like, I'm trying to think of it, because, like, Ida was trying to manipulate the loop because he wanted to create a world that
Where
he wanted
with Tomi.
But that wouldn't have mattered anyway, because you would have reached the end of the simulation, and then you would have been booted out to reality.
Was it Okino? Like, truly, because Okino added
Okino didn't do that on purpose. Okino used it because remember.
No,
Okino
it was inadvertently by adding the code.
No, the bad guy would be Shinonome, because Shinonome is the one who activated the video game portion of the code. Okino just used the hyper advanced AI from the video game simulation and cranked it up to 11 for the project. Like, that's what Okino did. Shinonome was the one who was like, "Fuck all you people," and flip the switch so that way the robots would attack.
Okay, so it's like, in reality, Okino inadvertently put something in the simulation.
For doing that.
Yeah, it put in the simulation, to which Shinonome screwed up and essentially got them in this whole mess. Right? Is that what that is? Which was wait, pause.
Shinonome's fault.
I have to add.
Shinonome...
No, you have to add. Ida-kun manipulated her into pulling the trigger to do all this, right?
No.
No? Oh,
no.
Because we're talking about Professor.
You're thinking of the D code, which is important, but that's within the internal simulation.
Yeah. And this is like the Professor older, like, not the current.
I'm talking about genetic engineer Shinonome, the one that we saw the video log of. She was the one who, like, way back when they first started the project, there was still something happened with Ida. Right, like, you're correct. Like, Ida still did something, but then Shinonome was the one who was like, "I'm gonna fuck up the code."
Because Ida lied to me, and I'm not the most important person to him. So yeah, okay. So yeah, all right. That was bad.
Is she really the ultimate evil here? Because, like, 426 was like a bad guy in the sense of, like, he knew that none of this mattered.
Yeah, but, like, and once again, his intentions were good, but the way he was going about it was bad. Like, everyone perceived themselves to have been real, like, right? So, 426 just shooting them.
They are real.
No, yeah.
Like, Miwako is just as valid as anybody else. It's just that she never actually had a meat body.
Yeah, so he went around shooting people, and they were like, "You can't be doing this," but he knew, right? So, after maybe some time, he realized, I can't do it like this, and then that's what the most recent loop was, right? Where that's how he went about doing it one last time.
So is that how they explain how the Sentinels are able to exist at all? Because the Sentinels, in reality, are a complete physical impossibility. Like, a machine that heavy would not be able to move, period. Especially not in a humanoid way. So like, that's why the Sentinels are able to exist.
Well, it's a video game.
Video game simulation.
Yeah, it's just because it's a video game. Yeah. I think that's
okay. Well, so I have another follow-up question. This is just kind of thinking about stuff. Let's say you existed in that base where all the pods, like all 15 pods were, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're silently standing in the middle of the room, because remember, the video feed that we saw of them from inside the cockpit of their Sentinels was actually just them in their pods, right? But they're still talking to each other. So if you're standing in the middle of that room with the 15 pods, are you just hearing, okay, everybody, we're gonna be all set. Just make sure that we, you know,
I don't know, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, are they all just like shouting at each other from inside the pods?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because the video feed is supposed to be them inside the pods, and those are real, right? The pods are real.
Well, the last one we saw, I think, was supposed to be from Kurabe's perspective.
Yeah.
And then, but then we
else had already
transferred.
left.
Yeah, and then we just transferred to, you know, third person point of view, I guess.
No, right, but that's what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah.
Is that is like the video feed from inside the pods was reality.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. Right?
I think so.
So, I mean,
well, I mean, I don't know. What else would you like to because I could talk about like my overall feelings. Do you want to look at something specific?
well, in a way, they're all at fault. Moimura caused the end of the world. That's true. Goto
That is
ordered
true.
A to kill. A exploded the power source. Ogata Hijiyama and all
Yeah,
the
others
others
killed each other,
And
yeah.
Shinonome gives up on humanity after that. After Ida rejects her. I mean, well, no. Okay, so I want to point out. I want to point out, like, I understand, like, you're saying that everybody had a hand in the end of the world. First off, I will say Moimura is a lot more involved with the direct end of all humanity than I was initially anticipating. I don't remember. Why did Moimura had to work with, like, shady characters in order to get Project Arc off the ground, right? Because they needed, like, an exorbitant amount of funding or whatever. Because, like, in actual... Because, like, Shinonome is the reason why the simulation is all fucked up. Moimura is the reason why
humanity kind of
in real life got all fucked up. But then it's Goto and A that result in Project Arc fucking up. So actually,
it does
so I
seem
guess there
like a
are
bunch of
4 bad guys.
snowballs, right? That's like, yeah. There's a lot of bad, yeah. There's a lot of, it's like separate, right? Because it's like
Ogata and adult himbo guy and
like there was like 4 couple
Izumi.
different parts, right? There's the simulation part. There's like 2188. I'm kind of viewing that a little bit differently, where it's like a lot of the past
I agree.
versions
I
of
think that's a
self.
different thing.
And then there's like
That's the beginning,
original like humanity kind of section. Yeah, each of them
Which
have
was
like
destroyed by the nanomachines.
Yeah, so it's like first part is Moimura, second part seems like Ogata and Hijiyama, and you know, the last part. I mean, Shinonome still was part of that as well, but then the last part.
Shinonome fucks up the third part, which would be the simulation, and the fourth part is fine. Like they end up saving the day.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, if you want to give your overall thoughts, go for it.
Okay, I would. I think I could give it like a 9. This game. Obviously, I think they are like really masterful at like a lot of like twists, a lot of like revealing information, a lot of like, I mean, it's like bonkers. Like it's a very highly fictional
story.
World, yeah, story and all that. So I think they've done a relatively good job at, you know, I guess world building. We already talked about how a little bit of it is like, and this is why it's a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10, where it's like a little bit of the world building is kind of like, I mean, I guess, you know, whatever. Like 90% of the characters I liked. And in terms of like, you know, personality, whether or not we care for them. So like most of them were really developed well.
I feel like most of the characters were either just kind of milquetoast or good. There was only like maybe 2 characters that I actively disliked, which is very impressive for such a large cast.
Yeah. And I didn't play the battle system. I think the battle system was pretty good.
Battle system was fine.
Like
serviceable.
Like the last one, especially like just having everything like just like barrage. Like that was fun to kind of watch.
Just shooting off missile rain every fucking half second was really cool.
I just saw Golden Eyes. I've heard they initially had planned campaigns for Tamao and Okino, but they were scrapped, and Tamao gets offed early on, and Okino gets lumped in with Hijiyama. I'm okay with how Okino is currently, but I do kind of wish they had a little for Tamao. Oh, actually, we can bring this up.
Tamao needs a more.
So that's like my overall positive about that, the game so far. My biggest negative, as we are well aware, is that, and it's a big negative because it's like you messed up in my eyes a character of this game. It's one thing to be like, okay, the world building's kind of like a little annoying, but like an actual character of this game just sucks in my eyes. Like I actively, there's a difference.
It's not even just that Megumi sucks. It's that clearly they want you to like her a lot because like she's one of two characters that gets full like naked body art.
Yeah, towards the end,
right?
and it's like, because it's like there's a bit like personality I can like dislike. I didn't like love all of Tomi, but I was like, okay, whatever. She's like a little bit.
Yeah, but she's fine.
There's
right?
like other parts of it I was
really
fine.
well when playing off of Ogata.
Yeah, so but it's like Megumi's whole storyline I really hated as well. Just like the amount of stupidity. And Golden Wise, hopefully you can get your opinion on this too, because when me and Zack were talking about it, I would have loved to have had Tamao-san instead of Megumi. And I feel like it would have made more sense story-wise, because I would have loved to have and this doesn't exist currently in game, but I would have loved to have maybe had a connection between Izumi and Tamao, because there is a little bit of a connection already with the fact that Izumi was left with Tamao-san. And I think they could have done something where they could have added it on, and maybe Tamao is actually his like grandmother or something in like the 2188, and it would have just worked so much better. And I feel so bad to say that like this is one of the reasons why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I actually really hate Megumi.
Like I had said it before, and I'll repeat it here. I was genuinely expecting that Universal Control was going to have a personality, and that the personality was going to be Tamao. I fully expected Tamao's like brain to have been projected into Universal Control, and then that was going to be like a big reveal where it's like, oh, it was actually Tamao the whole time. But like, no, she actually just kind of doesn't get anything in the whole story, and that's weird because she's one of the 15.
No, in addition, Golden Wise, the only, like, Megumi, literally the only connection they have, like, she has to the rest of the group is that Juro saved her from being, like, killed, and she was, like, oh, the daughter of, like, another person. You could have asked that. You could have asked that. Tamao, who has infinitely more connection to the story, didn't get anything?
Like,
really?
There must be... I don't even know how to describe it properly. There must be some sort of inspiration. She's not even part of the project. There must be some sort of inspiration behind that decision to make her just some random person's child. And it's not a random person as in they were like unimportant. It was just like, I don't know. There was like a multitude of people who existed in this project. And then Megumi's real biological dad is like on the outside of the ship, and it's like, oh, we're infected. It's like
there's
like,
no
it was
relation. There's like nothing.
It was like something crazy where it's like, oh, you're infected by the nanomachines. Oh, but my daughter isn't. Can you take her? And it's like, it's true, she's not. So it's like, I think it was supposed to represent like she was the ultimate innocence. Right, because everybody else had the nanomachines, and everybody else was like a full-ass adult that was doing their own thing. But at the same time, it's like, who cares?
But then also translate this. How does that translate to romance at all? Like, whatever. Maybe I could accept that Juro ended up feeling a sense of like joy that like Megumi is alive and is still existing. But like, the connection to like him being like, "Oh, I love you," I'm like, that's not believable. I do not believe that.
Like, it's also not even the thing where it's like, so Izumi, and it's, to be fair, it's a different person, right? Like,
but Izumi didn't like Megumi. Izumi liked Moimura.
Juro Kurabe and Juro Izumi are different people, but Juro Izumi has a definite like, I'm going to protect you
right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
he liked
actively
Moimura.
says that like multiple times in
So there's
flashbacks,
no
which makes
romance.
more sense because that's like the relationship that we are shown. But then the Juro Karabe doesn't have that, and it makes sense because he's a different person. But like that, because Juro Karabe is the one that we see for the majority of the story, that connection doesn't make any fucking sense anymore.
No,
right?
Because it's like 80% of the time, and sure, you can be flustered around like hot like chick, I guess, but it never appeared to me that he ever actually really liked her. It felt more like he was actually uncomfortable with her because she kept on like being like
really
forcing
forward.
himself around her. Yeah, and like she kept on talking about really crazy. I'm trying to like, you know, put myself in his shoes. Like she keeps on talking about crazy things. She keeps on trying to like make food for you and like
shoot me with a gun.
No, she like if you remember, like, what is it? Karabe was actively trying to get away from her. That's why he went to Amaguchi's, because he's like, I don't want to go back home because she's weird.
I don't want to go back home. Correct.
Yeah, and so, like, genuinely, it's like, this is the only stain on this game is Megumi.
I think it's even worse because most of the time she was manipulating Karabe.
Yeah.
Very true. Because not only was she teaming up with Kat in order to try to get his memories back to being Izumi's, but she was also trying to, like, remind him of like who he used to be because that's who she was in love with. I don't know. It's just
the person who she was in love with, Zack, didn't even love her. I think fully, like the old Izumi. Like he didn't even. So it's just
no. He did. No, he did.
He did. Was it
twice.
love or was it about like protecting her?
I don't. Is there a difference when the character says "I love you"? That's you have to.
Okay, when the character says, okay, if
he's like actively dying from his fucking nanomachines being overloaded,
okay, I
and
guess
one of the first things he decides to do is say "I love you."
Good.
So he
okay,
definitely
fine.
loved her.
At
the
some
Izumi
point.
did.
It's just, she's just, yeah.
She's not good. She's not a good character.
And
she's not a good character,
what
and
bothers
it's not a
me
good
even
narrative.
more is that she's attached to, like, he's not the main character, but she's attached to the first character you see and the main person you see right at the end. And I'm just
Correct.
like, that actually just made me mad. It just frustrated the hell out of me. And like, she does not deserve to be in this game.
I was thinking, this is like a tangent, but I was thinking that it would be really funny at the very last scene where Okino is like, I can choose to be whatever I want in here. And obviously that's to imply that, you know, they shifted gender or whatever. I thought it would have been hilarious if they did a phase transition and Okino turns into the fucking sorceress from Dragon's Crown.
Oh my god.
and Himbo goes, oh! Like, that would have been really funny.
Yeah, but there's so besides Megumi, there wasn't really anything that I was like, this is a fatal flaw, you know.
Well,
like we were kind of
that I didn't like. I did not like the cat, but that's the other half of her narrative.
Yeah, so it's like I'm lumping that in with her because she was so stupid to be manipulated by a thing. Yeah.
Even Shiba. Shiba is 426, right? Like Shiba is 426 is the cat. Like they're all the same person. Shiba's motivations and actions make more sense than the cat's.
Yeah, forcing everyone. Like, oh, yes, because remember how we were like, the cat's objective is to force everyone to go into the thing. But I think it also said but it also like unlocked their like potential or whatever, I guess. But
it allowed them to do the video game upgrade. It essentially allowed them to access to the upgrade menu, which was very important. Admittedly.
So that latter half, sure, whatever, I guess. But that wasn't. It didn't feel like that was the main thing. I remember like the cat was like, this is gonna force them to be a part of like the battle, which you and me talked about. We're like, I'm 90% sure they all would have battled anyway. Like I don't understand like the whole. We're gonna force you to go onto the battlefield.
It feels almost like a retcon. It feels like they wrote the cat to be a bad guy, like they wrote 426 to be a bad guy. But then it's revealed that 426's actual motivation is like, oh, well, you're gonna need to get upgrades so that way you can beat the robots. But at the same time, the robots are then upgrading themselves in response to the players upgrading themselves.
If you think about it, Zack, could it have literally been because they were like, well, we want you to feel bad for Megumi because clearly she's being manipulated by this cat. And that's why.
But then she acknowledges that. Like she says it in her campaign that like, oh, the cat is trying to trick me, but I don't care. I love Juro. And it's like, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, she says that before the end. Like, that's not even, like, the big reveal at the end that she knew the whole time. No, she just straight up says, like, super early, like, yeah, I know he's tricking me, but I don't care. I love Juro.
Like, I don't know. I
what
don't
the
know.
fuck?
Yeah, her whole plot storyline, the only thing that mattered in that was, oh, I need to, we want to give you, like, a way to, like, what is it? Like, limiter removal. We want to provide you, like, with the tech to, like, transcend the
to be able to upgrade yourself,
limit.
which admittedly was extremely important.
No, that's
right?
good.
Like,
but that's the only bit of information
with no upgrades. Like, holy
no,
fuck.
100%. That's the only bit that mattered, and I feel like they could have done that better. I feel like they could have did a different story.
I feel like they definitely could have done that better.
It's once again in my mind, I'm like imagining that you have one person dedicated to each of like the people narratively, and I'm like, whoever wrote Megumi's, just know you should have fired that person.
Yeah. I would say, so you said 9 out of 10. I'm actually going to be a little bit more harsh, I think. And who knows, maybe like as I sit on this and kind of think about it more or whatever, maybe it will be, maybe I'll soften my opinion on this. I actually kind of, not that I didn't like this, once again, it's just like, I don't like the idea that the end of the game essentially just throws everything out the window. In terms of like, the vast majority of what happened in the narrative does not fucking matter in the long run. Because it's all a simulation. And it's like, yes, I understand that the simulation was never intended on repeating and looping that many times, and I understand the idea that it's like, oh, it's all falling apart or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, there's so many events, like so much of the, like, because what, we're on episode 16, 2 hours into episode 16, so that's fucking like almost 50 hours of gameplay that we got into this game, which was a good game, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of sucks to be like, oh, it was all a dream.
Like the journey, like how I'm thinking about it, it's like from where we started and how we experienced the game, it's like I think we enjoyed almost every step of what we were experiencing. It was like mind-blowing information.
I fully agree, but then I hate the fact that it trashes that at the end for me.
Well, I think for you, it's that being like it's a simulation. It's like like you don't like that per se. I'm like, whatever. I guess like it is what it is. I guess it's, and that's why I was like, that's the one plot point that I'm looking past.
I'm still gonna say 8 out. I think I'm still gonna say 8 out of 10. I was gonna say 7 out of 10, but like you are right. Like I loved almost every minute of this. Like obviously Megumi's campaign notwithstanding, like almost every session that we played of 13 Sentinels, I was excited to do. Even the ones that were just combat, which is a little bit of a slog, was like still great, you know? It's just the, I don't know. It's just weird because it's like for example, obviously the characters don't know this, right? But I want you to describe to me. That's fair. I can understand why, I'd say why you really enjoy the reveal. Wouldn't enjoy the reveal. Yeah. So let me ask you, Saba. Ogata's campaign. What happened in Ogata's campaign? And I don't mean like.
I will tell you. I want
to.
For actually, this is an important thing I was thinking about as well.
Okay.
Was that Ogata in particular? Why did it matter who we learned who had the decode?
It didn't.
It didn't.
Literally did not.
That did not. So Ogata's, as I think,
it literally never fucking came up that Nap-chan was the commander or whatever.
Yeah, there was no so this I will give to you as well. Ogata's really didn't like, unless you want to claim that it really reinforced. Well, it wasn't even the same thing. It was a simulation within a simulation, literally.
Exactly. Yes.
But yeah, Ogata's was kind of like not really. It didn't have substance, I think, after thinking about it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were to sit down, and we won't do this, but like, if we were to sit down and look at all of the campaigns and actually put forward, like, literally just 2 buckets, mattered in the end, didn't matter in the end, I think there's a lot more in the that actually didn't matter at all.
Well, I know Ogata's didn't matter.
Well, what about like A's campaign? What the fuck happened in A's campaign?
It's gonna be kind of hard to remind myself. You can even go on like the screen. You can switch to A if you want, and we can kind of like you can quickly scroll through it. But A's talked about like what originally happened with like you learn about what is it? Oh, I mean A's whole campaign.
We learn about the murder.
Yeah, the murder of Moimura and what she did. A's campaign was kind of like interesting in an unusual way because it was very much like this could have been they were trying to make an interesting archetype of an experience where it's like this is an amnesia character who's trying to remember. So it was less vital to the story, but more of a unique player experience to go through his campaign. That I could probably believe. There was still some important information.
I'm not gonna lie though, that's a really cool final event to have occurred. Yeah. The probes infinitely replicate, thus meaning that humanity will never not do this. Like, I don't know. It's not to just keep repeating myself, but it's just like I think this game is great, but I'm not left with a. Cause do you remember the reason why we were playing this at all? I played Unicorn Overlord, and I fucking loved that game. Yeah. I was so flabbergasted that I was like, we gotta play 13 Sentinels, because I heard it's also really good.
I mean, I think this is a feat in of itself. But yeah,
no, fully agree. Yeah. However, maybe it's just because I'm exhausted. I don't know, because this was a long time. This was 16 episodes. But like, I don't like if we had done if this had been in the other direction. Like if I played this on my own and then did Unicorn Overlord on stream, I don't think I would have. I don't feel excited to play the next Vanillaware game. I'm just kind of like, all right, that was a thing that happened. It was good.
I will say. It's like parallel to what you're saying is that this was like because it was such a unique and like big experience. I'm like, it does leave me a little fatigued. I'm like, I don't know if I could handle something of this caliber like relatively soon again.
Absolutely.
At least this complex.
And I mean like Saba, get hyped because the next thing we're doing after this is Potionomics.
Oh my god.
So get hype. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to say more, but like there's nothing
like
very
there's so much information
and
no, yeah, and I mean like there's so much stuff that's happening we can't even remember.
Some of the campaigns were so good though. Like I love Tomi's campaign so much.
Like Natsuno's was kind of fun. Like a lot of them.
Natsuno's was great.
A lot of them were really unique experiences. And like I said, I think I'm giving it a higher score just because I think the episode by episode, the way we were interacting with like the narrative, the way we were like, I think it was just very top tier. So it's just it's really. Like, I don't regret playing it. I think this is, like, one of those things where I was, like, mind blown after mind blown. Like, even speaking to people, I don't even know how I would explain this game to people. Like, I genuinely, I'm like, the narrative's crazy.
Well, because you can't, right? It's kind of like how you can't really talk about Outer Wilds without spoiling it. So you're just like, oh, just trust me, right?
Well, that's even the thing. Like, I can't even really, like, what is the premise? Like, if you were to be like, this is a game about blank.
Let me think about that for a second.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you need to think about it for like a hot second because that's how complex this game is.
How do you recommend this game to someone?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
The only way to recommend this game to somebody without getting any sort of details is okay. No, you know what? I think I have it. So for number one, have a stream where the other person is forced to play whatever you tell them to, so they have to be here every Sunday.
Oh my god.
That's number one. That's the first way that you force someone to play 13 Sentinels.
That is true.
The second way is, I think you could very reasonably, I think you would have to lead by lying. I think you would have to say that this is a game about, it's like a Japanese, like, visual novel RPG, where you are like you are doing 13 parallel stories about an alien invasion. And because that premise on its own is what the game initially presents to you. You don't mention time travel, you don't mention teleporting, you don't mention any of that. You say it's about an alien invasion where teams are in robots fighting them in giant robots,
mechs,
right?
Yeah, giant
you would have to lie. Well, so it's GoldenEye says it's a game about time travel. I think you don't tell them that. I think you tell them that it's about aliens, because that would be the first quote-unquote revelation, is that, oh my god, it's about time travel. Oh my god, it's not about time travel. Oh, never mind, it's about nothing!
It's about
learning Japanese culture, apparently. Which I will repeat, by the way. Apparently, all 15 people that survived at the end of humanity were all from Japan. All 15.
Also, why would you separate people into learning about different cultural times? Why not just have one uniform cultural time so everyone can relate to each other?
So my only assumption is that we must have just seen where they wanted their perspective to be from, if that makes sense, right? Where it's because remember, Miura was a historian, right? So he chose post World War II Japan for whatever reason.
It could be preservation of history too, right? It's the more if you have people coming from different eras, the more information you'll have. I don't know whether or not they had
more perspectives and stuff. Sure, yeah, but it is just kind of because I don't know. We never really get to see any of the culture from the future because it doesn't exist. Right?
And because they they trash that first, so they're like, we don't have to make that. You don't have to see that.
Right. Vanillaware doesn't have to declare what society is going to be like in the next 80 years. I mean, that's smart. Okay, cool. We never actually get to see what life is like. We get to see what architecture is like, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
And it's just yeah, I don't know. Would I even recommend this game to somebody? Who would I recommend this to?
That's hard.
This is definitely a fan of Vanillaware.
This is definitely a game I would recommend on this is a good quality game. But then there's a step after that being would a person I don't think I would tell Adrian to play this game per se.
Oh no, Adrian would never play this.
This is a game suited for specific people.
There's a difference, right? I would recommend Outer Wilds to almost anybody, right? Because it's listen, I just play it, right? This game, it's no, you need to be a special type of person.
No, I would even say for Outer Wilds, at least for me, I would only obviously the broadband, the width is higher, but I wouldn't recommend Outer Wilds to everyone. If I know how they play games, if someone just skips through dialogue, I'm no, I'm not giving you Outer Wilds because it's not even, and obviously there's a thing about I can't force everyone to appreciate something in the way I appreciate it, but in that case, I'm just you wouldn't get it. The impact it's supposed to have will fall short, and then I know we'll all be disappointed and angry about that.
I think I would only recommend this game to somebody who plays RPGs or JRPGs, and I know has actual taste. If their favorite RPG/visual novel is Danganronpa, no. They will never never have the patience to think about this. You know what I mean? It's just it's not telling me what the answer is. But I don't know, the game is kind of impenetrable in almost every angle that I'm thinking about it from. Complex story, brain hurty. I mean, yeah.
And that was that's part of the experience. That's part of the fun of this game is because it's just so it's blasting you left and right, and your brain hurts.
Someone who likes sci-fi mumbo jumbo. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. And that's and even cause I'm not the specifically sci-fi girly, but I could still appreciate how crazy this was, I guess.
There's a lot of concepts in here that I think were I didn't expect nanomachines. I can't believe that the actual pieces of technology that ended up so actually teleportation never existed. Teleportation was purely from the simulation. right?
Yeah.
So in actuality, the only actual technology that existed was cloning, nanomachines, and interstellar travel. Those are and then also
there's like
AI.
AI, yeah, and like you know, simulating reality.
So like with
blah,
those
blah.
those four inventions, you could hypothetically recreate this simulation, I guess, kinda.
Yeah.
Also, the idea that a video game was advanced enough to simulate 1.2 million people is like insane.
With like perfect AI. Perfect AI.
Exactly, right? Like near human intelligence AI. It's like, okay, whatever you say. Because I mean, I know we talked about that when it came up, but like that the couple pieces of AI generated art that are in this game, which is like purposefully supposed to make it look like, oh, that's not quite right, because it's not, right? Like it's because it's simulated.
What's funny to me, real fast, is that doesn't Yuki-chan know Natsuno is her daughter?
I don't remember she saw that log. I don't remember who saw that log.
Because that if she doesn't, like, that's really funny. Because
She doesn't know.
And that's why she's like, my daughter looks like
Natsuno. She has a kid with Amagamaguchi, and it's like, wow, it looks almost exactly like you.
And I'm like,
no shit.
Is that just dramatic irony? I don't. Did Yuki literally not know that point? Because that's really funny.
Like I don't remember who saw that log, but yeah, she just must not have known. Because even in that last moment, she says like, yeah, she looked just like you from when we were a kid.
Well, even if she knows,
even
does it really matter?
Knows, it doesn't really matter to her at that point. Well, Golden Wise, I think you misunderstand. We're not saying whether or not it matters. We're saying that her comments at the end, like, it seemed less tongue-in-cheek and more like she genuinely did not know that they had blood relation.
Yeah, and that's why not like her daughter looks like Natsuno. It's like, well, that obviously
it's like,
she looks like
no
Natsuno
doubt,
because
Natsuno is you.
Yeah, Natsuno is your daughter. Yeah. The
Right.
point of it mattering or not is technically it doesn't. But I was like, am I missing?
You know what she should have said? Because what Yuki says is like she might as well have been your daughter too, and it's like, well, I don't know if I had anything to do with that. You shouldn't have said that. You should have said she could be your sister.
Yeah, or it's like she looks. You could have just said she looks just as cute, so. Like you could say she looks the same as you as like a kid, but whatever the wording
That's
she
what
had
she
said
said.
that. No, I know, but there was an additional
say
wording where we were like, what? Why would you say that? Like you don't know. Whatever that wording was, remove that.
Well, she said something along the lines of like, she looks just like you did when we were kids. That's what she says.
Maybe.
But
yeah, maybe she just wouldn't.
No, but either or.
Yeah.
So I mean, once again, I'm glad we played this because this game was absolutely 100% worth the time that we put in,
and it was definitely a lot of fun. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel weird because it's like, yeah, I don't think I would ever recommend this to someone.
You would have to like
straight
have
up,
someone very specific. Yeah.
I think it would be an extremely like hyper specific person, or it would be somebody who's a huge fan of the Vanillaware stuff. You know?
And it's weird. It's not like it's like a weird, not entirely negative thing. It's because this game is just so complex and interesting that it would just be lost on someone who, like, they would. In essence, if we put someone that didn't I don't want to say deserve, that wouldn't understand what this game is about, it would be kind of like wasting their time. Which, like, neither party deserves to have that be put on them. Whether or not, I don't think the game is a waste of time.
I firmly believe that this game is best digested in a group. Because, like, if I was playing this alone, or if you were playing this alone, and we didn't get those moments where we could just pause and discuss what the fuck just happened, I think this game would be... I think it would be like swallowing rocks.
It'd be very hard. It's less, I would say it'd probably be, like, less fun. Yeah, I think it'd be more fun with all, like, we're both together, we're, like, going insane. Being like, what the frick? What does that mean?
Yeah, that's
blah,
what
blah,
I'm saying.
blah.
Like, stuff like crazy shit happens, and I'm like, what the hell is even that? And you're like, I don't know, keep going!
So I definitely think this deserved to win. I think that, because it won the narrative category, and, like, what was it, one of the Game Awards. So it's like I definitely think that it's worthy of
It definitely
that.
deserves that, 1,000,000%.
And at least for something, I guess I could tell you in terms of, because you were like more negative towards, like I do think I was like closer to you, and then they had like the epilogue, and I was like, okay, like I feel better about it. I think the way they wrapped, like they were very much, it was way more positive towards the end, which I think helped make up a little bit for like my negativity. I'm like, oh, this is kind of just a simulation.
Sure.
So I guess it had
'cause
that.
I mean, like,
I'm
going
glad it
back
had
into
that.
Going back into the simulation to show that the simulation does still matter is interesting, I suppose.
Yeah.
And the idea of like, all right, over the next however many years, we're gonna like try to fabricate new bodies for all the AI.
I think it's a
like,
big positive
okay.
that they had that, because it's like, what is it? Oh, the girl's name. Tell me, girl's name. Miwako. Like bringing me, because Miwako. That's what I was trying to say. Like Miwako, I think was literally the only character. I guess you. Excluding Moimura and Izumi, because
you got the cop guy too, right? The detective.
Oh, Oni, yeah, Oni. I feel like okay, 100%. So Miwako, I think, I was like, I would have felt really bad if we couldn't have gotten Miwako back. Now that you say the Oni guy, that would have been so much more fun if you brought the Oni guy a little more into it, because we kind of just forgot about him.
Well, because he was only really important for Yuki's story, right? Like he was a B-list character. And then like came up like once or twice.
And Golden, maybe I don't know if either of us would remember. Was he a part of anything from 2188? Because I thought I remember hearing his voice. Maybe
he's AI.
He's okay. He's just AI.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, it would have been cool if he had showed up.
He's not. I mean, he's not part of the 15.
No, and that's, yes.
So he wouldn't. So like he wouldn't have anything
right.
to do with 2188.
Yeah.
So.
That's why.
So anyway, I mean, it's just like it's interesting. It's certain. I mean, you're right. I'm probably just like this is what I say, where it's just like, ask me again in like 3 weeks or something after I've had a while to like sit on this or whatever and see whether or not.
Well,
like,
we just went through the whole ending, right? So it's like we just had like all of the last bit of information pushed at us. So I definitely think time to digest and like think about it as a whole.
Still an 8 out of 10. Still very much worth doing. An incredible Sunday stream game. Like, could you imagine if we had tried to do this on Saturdays?
No way. God, that would have been crazy.
Well, actually, you know what? I don't think we would have made it past seeing Titty Monster the first time. I think Grant Adrian would have just like never let us move forward. I do want to point out, I think it's really funny that Ogata is the only character twice that talks about tits.
That is really fun.
Not only does he call him out on Mira, but then also he's like, "Wow, you used to look like this. Thank God you filled out." Like, what a fucking shit ass thing to say.
Well, he is kind of like that, which I just once again, it's like a funny characteristic of his, and it's just okay. You're an idiot, but sure. Well,
I guess
once again, yeah, 8 out of 10 game, 9 out of 10. It did pretty good.
It's still very good.
It did pretty good. Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so I'm trying to think now.
It did take us some
so
time
now
to.
I can finally take my Switch out of this dock and put it back on my TV so I can play Metroid Prime Remaster. Yay!
Yay!
All right. You wanna wrap up stream, I guess?
Yeah, I may have like a separate like comments I want to make on my end just for like posterity's sake, but yeah, I'm ready. Wrap it up at least with you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, are you just gonna? Well, I mean, I wanted to talk to you for a bit off stream, is what I mean to say.
I mean, are you? I mean, if you want, you can just chill here as I like make my like last kind of comments. Okay, because on my end, I was just gonna kind of run through like the characters and kind of like what I liked and what I disliked.
I mean, do you not want me to stream for that, or
you can? It was just I was gonna kind of like run through it kind of quickly and then just be like, overall, we already said our sentiments.
Oh, before you do that, I want to say shout out, thank you very much, Golden Wise, for sticking around.
100% Golden Wise.
Super
really
super valuable. Really appreciated you being here. It was awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Take it away, Sabo.
So I just looked up, and I'm not gonna do obviously everyone, but I just looked up the characters for this, and I'm gonna go through the list. A's character, kind of just amnesiac, but he clearly had like kind of like a cool kid personality. he's like, I'm like neutral on him. He's clearly, obviously, backstories. Everyone has got a lot going on, which I think is really cool. Him in relation to Fuyusaka, like their romance wasn't like super apparent.
But it's exactly what I said, right? Where she's like, "Oh my god, every time I see him, it makes my heart race," and I was like,
"Because you're an assassin,
her, right?" It's like that was true, but that was true 20 million years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I will say, I still thought it was more believable than Megumi and friggin'.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
For some reason, they put Iori Fuyusaka twice. Iori, I thought she was I liked her more early game than latter half of the game, I think. Like, early game, there was some interesting stuff, and we were, like, still missing a lot of information. More latter half, it didn't really feel like she did much.
Yeah.
It felt
I kind of agree. Her character kind of just existed to be the bridge between Minaetea and Titty Monster.
Yeah, ironically, I guess, more of our attention was kept with Moimura and Mini Moimura.
Yes.
Like those, like Iori in the middle kind of just got lost. Like, and I already kind of talked about the relationship she has, so that's fine. Juro Kurabe. Really like him. He's like the solid, like, protagonist hero kind of dude. Really complex with, like, Izumi/426. Really just, like, an all-around, like, good kid, I guess.
Well, because I agree, because it's, like, it's interesting, because it's, like, Juro Kurabe as his own guy, kind of dull. But it's because he's actually, like, fucking 6 characters that it's, like, actually, that's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so Juro...
Right? Like, if Juro Kurabe was more interesting, it'd be too much.
Like, if I were to compare him to A, like, A was more neutral in personality, well, at least I can give Juro, like, Kurabe kind of, like, a little bit more standard heroic, you know, protagonist kind of stuff. We already talked about the relationship. Just X that, please. That'd be very nice. Keitaro Miura. I love Miura-kun. Personality of, like, this older personality, and it's like super cute that he like blushes at a lot of stuff and very endearing.
Like I love how flabbergasted he is. Like, cause you can go back to that scene. I love how flabbergasted he is when he sees Natsuno in her running tights.
He's like, oh my god.
That's so much thigh, and it's like, really?
Yeah. So he's like one of my favorites. And I'm glad I like called it out like a little bit from the beginning, that I was like, I like his character, and I'm glad it followed through, right? Because I feel like I would have been so pissed if I was like, I like this character, and it would be utter trash.
Yeah.
So yeah, positive on him. Obviously, Megumi Yakushiji, I hated her, like, negative character.
We literally already talked about her.
And we already talked about her relationship. Oh, real fast, Keitaro Miura's relationship to Natsuno is cute. It's not too complex. It's just cute.
I'm assuming she's on your list somewhere. I really like Natsuno as a character.
She's
talked about it while we were doing her. I talked about it while we were doing her campaign, but she's just like really happy-go-lucky. You know what I mean? Like, she's just really like that, like, not super high energy to where she's like annoying, but like high enough energy where she's like, I want to be helping people, and it's like, that's great. I compared it like very Karlak energy in that way, where it's like kind of dumb, but it really endearing.
I will say it's still relatively positive, and I'm a little less positive. I think it's because I think I do like the happy-go-lucky part, but there was some points where I'm like, you're being oblivious, like you're so oblivious about this, but then in another time she's like, or like she, you know, and we commented on this, like where she was like, she's so curious about everything, but there was at one point where she was like, I'm just gonna let this go, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you were...
Well, because it's like, because like the thing was that she, within the context of the simulation, had already been wildly predisposed to believing sci-fi narratives, because she wanted it to be real, right? So it's like, okay, so that makes sense why she just immediately like kind of latches on to BJ and assumes everything he says is real. But you're right, like there's a couple times where like, I don't know, like she'll encounter something and she's just like, okay. And it's like, what?
You can say charmingly stupid, but I think Karlak's smarter than her, like, by a lot.
No, yeah.
So,
well, I mean, Karlak's also like 30 something.
But overall, I mean, I'm still relatively positive on her. She's not one of my favorites, but like relatively positive. Nenji Ogata,
I love Ogata.
I love
think
Ogata. I'm trying to see if he's
awesome.
like one of my favorites. Obviously, he's like punk guy who's got a soft side, who has a little bit of a foul mouth.
If you took the average of both main modes, of like the story mode and the combat mode, I think Ogata has the highest average for me on both.
Yeah, so he's pretty good. I like him a lot. I think maybe I could probably put him in my favorites category too. It's just one of those things where it's like Himbo, who also has like an endearing soft side. With his relationship to Tomi. Normally the relationships, I feel a little bad about these relationships just because it's like I could see like Tomi going to the point where she's just constantly belittling Ogata, and like that stuff would make me feel kind of bad. But like
yeah, but they don't do that.
They don't do that, but I feel like I've seen a little bit of it where I'm like I'm already a little bit annoyed at Tomi.
Now,
well, no, from some stuff in game where I was like, oh, I felt a little bad that Tomi said that to him.
She was teasing him.
I understand. It didn't fall into, like, completely negative, so it's fine. But, like, his type of character in, like, relationship is, like, what is it? Once again, the himbo who's, like, kind of got an adorable side to him. Amazing. Fantastic. Moving on, Renya Goto. Goto's interesting. I'm more neutral on him. I think I liked the fact that he's such a calculating guy, but loving Moimura had such an impact on him. And I think that
that is kind of interesting.
That
like,
added flavor.
If I had to say, like, to put it in like TTRPG terms, Goto felt like a DMPC because like there was almost no time that there was almost no time in the entire narrative that he was ever like caught off guard by something, I guess. Like he always had plans.
Remember, he had
always
Sherlock
observed exactly what he needed to observe. So it sounded like it was like the author's self-insert character almost in a way. But then you're right, because then he had that wrinkle of like, well, I fell in love with Moimura because them titties though. And it's like
I will say he is a very different character than almost everyone else, which I think is kind of refreshing in of itself. I feel bad he lost Moimura. I can't really say anything to that, so we're just gonna move on from that. Ryoko Shinonome.
Another one apparently, because like
maybe, but like the Moimura he liked was in love with Izumi.
Right.
So he kind of, I'm like, sorry, buddy, Goto, you kind of got screwed over in the end a little bit. But yeah, moving on to Shinonome. The trope of I'm psycho because of love, obviously yandere exists in like, you know, the traditional sense.
Well, because she's yandere and then also whatever the dere is where it's like, ooh, I'm hurt all the time. Like she's multiple at the same time. I can see why she would be like a fan favorite for like an Ava.
So it's like
base,
she's neutral, a little leaning towards negative, but I guess because of once again, women go crazy over stuff.
Bad guys, so
yeah, women go crazy over boy is one thing, but women literally destroying humanity over boy, I'm like, you're such an idiot. Like you're such an idiot.
That is crazy.
Like afterwards, she's like fine. She's like a normal-ish character once like she forgets everything. So that's why I'm like neutral, and then past Shinonome is like more negative, but not like as bad as Megumi. Shu Amaguchi, I liked him. He's not like my favorite. He's just fun, like charming flirt. I loved and moving into like his relationship with Yuki-chan. I love their relationship. I think their relationship was one of my favorites.
So
like
although
popular.
I will say it is kind of disappointing that it's like at the end where it's like, you know, when they're doing the epilogue and it's like, oh,
him and
he's
flirting
still flirting with other women.
That was kind of annoying. I was like, okay, really? Like I like the idea of in like high school.
There's only like 6 women on the planet.
Yeah. Like him as a high school kid, sure, he's like living his youth, he's like flirting with like people, but like him falling in love with like Yuki-chan, like the delinquent, I was like, that's really cute and endearing, and him constantly like tease flirting her and her kind of like being flustered or kind of like, no, I don't want to do this, like that's super cute. Takatoshi Hijiyama, I liked him. He's like a combination of Mira and Ogata, but he's definitely not in like my favorite category.
Old-fashioned and also like himbo thug sort of. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, which
I know you probably didn't grok with it as much as I did, but I very much liked the dynamic with Okino. I found that I found that to be a very like very unique sort of character dynamic in a way, where it's very like charged. You know, their relationship with each other.
It is very charged.
So
I will say once again, I just have like I don't necessarily have like it depends on how far teasing go. No, it depends on how far teasing goes, I would say. And like when it starts,
Saba, Okino absolutely was emotionally and mentally abusive.
Yeah, so that's the part that I am like a little annoyed at. But like obviously they're fine. I like them together if there wasn't all the like manipulation going on from like Okino's side, because I think I like Okino as like a character too, in terms of like his backstory is really valuable. Like he like super smart guy who's trying to like help in the back lines and not like get a lot of flack. I was like, he's a super interesting guy. Obviously not one of my favorites. I'm more neutral on him, but I think their relationship, with all the bad stuff aside, it was kind of really cute, especially seeing like their like past like the 2188 stuff. I was like, that's cute.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because like, and I do want to point this out, where it's like it's weird because like, in a literal sense, it is emotionally and mentally abusive, the relationship that's portrayed on, you know, it like in what we see. But at the same time, it's also like that's kind of just how their dynamic works, because what's his face, Himbo doesn't leave, right? So
well, and that's why I'm fine with teasing to a certain degree, right? So it's like if the relationship is teasing and he's like kind of innocent-ish, like that's fine.
Where Okino essentially like grabs his balls and says "come," you know, and it's like okay,
that I was uncomfy with. Yeah, that's you're 100% true. That was too much for me.
Like that was a little too far. That was Okino being like, "You're gay." Well, kinda.
Anyway. And yeah, you could be bi, 100%. Yeah, okay. Moving on to Tomi Kisaragi. I liked her more in the first half, but then I liked her less. I'm more like neutral on her now, just because she started to like be like a know-it-all kind of character for me, and I was like, yeah. I feel bad for I like Ogata enough where I'm like, can you stop being such a jerk to Ogata? And like, because she's the type of character who, once I think she falls in love, what is it, tsundere?
Yeah, a little tsundere.
Yeah. A little tsundere, and I'm like, oh my god, you're so freaking immature. I get like being like flustered, but it's like like the idea of like punching someone because
you need to be able to rise to match the energy of your partner. And Ogata apparently is the type of person where even after you've been dating for 5 years, is too stupid to realize that he shouldn't call you flat-chested.
That's reasonable.
Like, so in actuality, I think she's totally valid to be a little mean to him.
And once again, teasing to a certain degree. And that just may be also like a me thing. And I was just like, some comments, I was like, okay, I feel like bad. Like clearly he's obviously himbo stupid, right? So,
he's like oblivious, yeah.
Yeah, like it goes to a certain degree. But yeah, so I'm like neutral on her. Last one, Yuki Takamiya. Positive, very positive. I like Yuki, delinquent character, headstrong, lover. Once again, her in relation to freaking Amaguchi, like their dynamic is so much fun. And
I think that's the best. I think that's the best relationship in the game.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not true.
No. I will say so. Yuki.
Well, it's just weird because like my two favorite relationships were Ogata and Tomi, and then Amagamaguchi and Yuki. But both of them have problems, which I guess is just kind of how relationships work. But like,
I'll shift. My two top are Amaguchi, I think, and Yuki, except for once again, the last bit about flirting in the epilogue. I'm like, ugh, stop it, Amaguchi. Okay. Yeah, besides that, they were really cute. And then I liked Mira and Natsuno's. I think the most interesting, fun one is Yuki's and Amaguchi's, but then the most kind of wholesome, cute ones is Natsuno and Mira.
Are you sure it's not Megumi and Kurama?
I will kill you right now. throw them away. So yeah, and I don't really know if there's like
there's one character left, technically.
I guess I like Tamao. No one said anything about Tamao. Tamao was I like it.
There's nothing to talk about because she didn't do anything.
What? Okay, and once again, I could bring this up, Golden Wise too, for this Megumi. Tamao was like the motherly type. I really liked her character being like this motherly type that kind of like knew stuff. So I liked her. She just wasn't around a lot. And yeah, so I don't really want to. Everyone else has like multiple Moimuras those were all kind of like interesting, blah blah blah. But there's like a lot of other characters here that I don't necessarily want to go to unless you can think of anyone that stood out in particular. Those are the main three.
I mean, there's a lot of NPCs that matter, like Ida and stuff like that. But it's like, I mean, the thing is that like the narrative is so complex that it's like trying to remember exactly what everybody was trying to do throughout the narrative is actually quite difficult. But at the same time, it's very easy to just like, I don't know. I just kind of like all the stuff that Titty Monster did. It's like, who cares? All the stuff that Ida did. It's like, who cares? Like, because Ida didn't know this, but if Ida did what he wanted to do, which was reset the world in the way that he wanted, and then to live happily ever after, in actuality, what would have happened was the world would have reset one last time, and then they would have just woken up. Right? But he didn't know that, but that was that is what would have happened.
Yeah. Technically, they stayed this in it. And I mean, unironically, looking at like the supporting characters, right? Because I'm looking at the wiki for it. It's like Chihiro Moimura. Chihiro Moimura, child. Chihiro Moimura, 1 loop ago. Chihiro Moimura, 2 loops ago. Like, I'm like, no way would I be able to like remember any of like the differences between these.
And, like Chihiro Moimura, who's actually Professor Moimura.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Crazy. But yeah, that's the 13 plus like 2.
Remember, nanomachines are stored in the boots. Just like evil, just like P.
But yeah, that's the 15 characters, not 13, that were technically the Sentinel people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my last
I mean,
little
13
tidbit.
Sentinels also just sounds better as a title. Could you imagine this game called 15 Sentinels? It'd be like, oh my god. Let me die.
But yeah, so that's the ending of that. Like I said, I've already given my other thoughts about it, so yeah. Very cool.
Alright.
Like the
Cool.
narrative. Alright,
So,
I'm gonna...
you want to end stream, and then... I just wanted to... It was a different game, but I just wanted to talk about it for a second.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my music going and then just close out on this.
I'm gonna sign off. So, good night,
Alrighty.
everybody. We'll be back
Jack.
on Saturday. Bye.
Bye. But yeah, so that's the end of 13 Sentinels. Once again, I would say I would give it a 9 out of 10. What a ride we went on. What a ride, and I'm happy I went through it. For sure. So yeah, hope to see all of, I mean, probably Mike who's watching. Thanks for sticking with me in Golden Wise. So I'll see you guys next time. We got new games all weekend. Like, all weekend next time. It's new games. Exciting. Alright, bye. Bye.